Hello, everyone, and welcome to session 92 of Pokerole. It's been about 5 weeks. There was an African vacation for Kyrio, as well as some sickness to get over, but we are back now, after a bit of a break. I hope everyone is doing well. There are a few new elements on the table, as well as on screen. I'll explain those in a bit, but before that, I would of course like to say that if you like this video, do think about giving it a like. And if you haven't subscribed yet, think about doing that as well, because it really helps out. But if you really, really want to help out, come over to Twitch. We're trying to reach a partner over here, but we need more viewers to do it. So if you want to come by, whether it's to lurk or to talk, think about doing so, because it really does help out and makes a world of difference. Also, we have a pretty cool Discord community if you want to check that out, and you can access the Pokerole community from there as well. And I have a Ko-fi link if you want to help directly monetize my content. And I now have a merch store, so you can buy some cool items, mostly Shadowx themed, but maybe we'll get some Pokerole items and eventually, if the merch store does well enough. A few people have bought some items, and I do very much appreciate that, but I'm going to have to see it do a little bit better before I think about commissioning extra art for Pokerole and stuff, though there might be some things in the works already for that. But yes, and of course, in addition to that, if you want to go check out the Pokerole wiki we have for our game, it's over here at the fandom link. And you can also help add to that if you want to. Go check that out at that link. But with that being said, hello everybody. We have talking heads now.
We sure do.
And this is going to be a new thing for all my multiplayer streams. I'm going to have those up in the corner. The backdrop is a placeholder for now, just to make the green circles a little easier to see. But I'm going to mess with that more probably. But yeah, multiplayer will be a lot easier to convey who is talking now. So yeah.
Cool fancy border or something. I'm sure you'll have fun with it.
I'll figure it out. And in addition to that, I guess before we do our recap, because I think Karserus is eating or something at the moment.
I'm here.
Oh, okay, hello. I want to also announce, and may as well announce with everything else. The Pokerole table has had a massive update, not just on our end. I also did a massive update to the actual Pokerole workshop page. A number of people were clamoring to have working clickers, which I did finally replace all the clickers, and they all work properly now. So the clickers on the actual workshop release are fixed. I don't know why they broke in the first place. They just kind of randomly did, but they are working again. In addition, I fixed a ton of glitches, removed snap points to I don't think I removed them here. Yeah, they're still on our version of the table, but the snap points are now removed to a lot of the pips on the character sheets, because unfortunately that creates collision issues, and it's better to just place them manually. So I removed all those, fixed some other snap points, fixed an issue with the bags involving snap points duplicating bag items. I fixed a whole bunch of stuff. I added an extension to the table, which actually looks better than this extension. This extension, well, I like our extension too, but I added a different type of table extension to the workshop release, which, I mean, I could briefly show if nobody minds me changing the table just for a second.
You can probably find it.
That will break the music, I'm sure, but why not?
Yeah, whatever. It's fine. I can just turn it back on. Just to show off really fast, because I think some people would be genuinely interested, especially on the YouTube side, to see. So we have this. Also, I didn't show this to everybody. So yeah, so now we have, I did this nice extension. You can move the character sheets if you wish to have more space. You can add more character sheets. I added more slots for players, which normally, previously, I think I only had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now there is 7 player slots, so you can add more sheets in. There's even a bag, components bag to do that right in here. And but let's go back to our table. That's all I need to show here. So I did a lot of enhancements. I hope people enjoy that update. I did one major big thing too, which, one second as I change the music back. Did one major big thing too, and it's in the middle of the table. And next to the, oh. Ready spectator, can't interact. Alright, whatever. Shush. Apparently you can't select music as a spectator. Didn't know that.
Did anything by accident.
Did a what?
Oh, you drew a card.
Wait, wasn't that's just a weather card. Where let's go in.
I think I dealt it to everybody, actually.
Oh yeah, that explains why there's only one weather. Okay. Just put that back in the weather bag, please. That's up here.
Whoops.
Over here.
That's my bad, sorry.
It's okay. You could maybe disable that hotkey. It's not a very useful hotkey, in my opinion. It's just good for messing up and delete decks by accident. I didn't even know that counted as a deck. Interesting. Alright, but anyways. The other update we have here is... and this is on the official release as well. The majorest update, I would say, is the arena mats I added. Which this is... a giant list of basically backdrops, mostly friend areas from Pokemon Mystery Dungeon 1. And I'll always have two sides, too, so there's like... This is a huge list here, but it's also like most of these have doubles on the other side. So you can flip them by hitting F. And you can now place these down on the table if you want to have an environment to kind of, you know, make your game a little bit more diverse instead of just using the default, you know, mats. If you want to add a different play field on top of that, you can do that. There's even a new snap point on the official release on the middle of the play mat, so it's easy to put down. So yeah, you can then of course place dungeon tiles on top of that, and, you know, just have a nice time with that. We'll probably end up using. I think Karserus was fond of that, of the arena mats idea.
I love it. There are mats in there I wish I'd had earlier.
Yeah, I definitely... This is an idea I want to get off the ground for a while, so since I was going to do massive bug fixings and extend the table anyways, I was like, let's do a major update with a new feature too. So, hope people enjoy that. It is on the workshop, of course. You can go check it out. I think I link it in the description of videos. If I don't, I will do so on this video at least. So, but all advertisement and explanation of new stuff out of the way. I'll leave it to Car to do a recap.
Good evening, everyone. It's been a while. It's really been a while. I don't think we've had a break this long in some time. Last time was session 91, which has been helpfully titled in the recap section of the wiki, The Perils of Puppies. Because I will forever refer to it as that. And I have to say it every time, but I'm eternally grateful to everyone who puts the summaries of the sessions in there, because sometimes I forget.
Well, it's been 5 weeks, so it's understandable at this point to forget a little bit.
Yeah, no, this is supremely helpful. I'm glad we have it. Otherwise, I would have spent half my day rewatching the session. In any case, last session we started back up with Ralph again, but he was looking at himself in his new form in the Game of Mirrors, and saw some familiar sights in the mirror. And he got to have a chat with Komodo, who is surprised that Ralph doesn't quite look like a normal Snorlax. But, you know, Zeal saw this and was totally, completely on board with large Ralph being effectively a perch. Before Ralph left, Komodo presented him and Zeal with supplies and with the remains of the stasis box that had been lying around that the team had seen before, since Ralph could probably make better use of them than he can. And then Ralph began the multi-day trek back to Savantown. Unfortunately, it says during the day it takes for Ralph to return to Savantown in the notes in the wiki. That is mildly erroneous. It does take several days. I know I did some day skipping and vagueness there, mostly to speed things along.
Quite fair.
But back in Savantown, everyone has to deal with Puppy, which is the temporary name for the Poochyena puppy that Tucker has been taking care of since the egg hatched. And Tucker has not been entirely sapiently coherent, is a good way to put it, during this time, but has been very excitable and doing their best to be good parent.
Kind of working more off his instincts in that situation.
Rook has been working on the forge that Blaze told him to make, and has had help from Blaze himself and Squirtle. But the day that Ralph arrives, Brooke goes and asks Blaze what to do next, and Blaze effectively tells him that there isn't anything that can be done right now. You need the specific tools and materials before anything more can be done. The forge is effectively finished. So Brooke and Squirtle decide to just help Blaze out in his closet. As I recall referring to it multiple times as Blaze's closet.
One would hope it's a little bit bigger than a closet. It doesn't sound very fitting for a Charizard, literally speaking.
I mean, it doesn't have any windows.
Well, he has his own light source.
Yeah, it just gets stuffy. But Ralph and Zeal do eventually return to town, and they effectively just... words, sorry. But first place they go is the clubhouse. They see Florence again, who is really curious about Ralph's bizarre evolution, which Ralph says he'll regale him with this story another time, but he'd like to report to Brooke first, and starts to look for his team leader with Zeal and Florence's aid by going to the clubhouse. Rise is kind of shocked by this new look, as is Hot Dog, who is currently present there. Rise then starts shoving Ralph out of the clubhouse to go see Mawile, stating that she's probably the first one who should be seeing that. Which Ralph goes and does. And
what is Ralph's typing now, actually?
Ralph is normal psychic.
Normal psychic, right?
Yes.
As
Which
opposed to a weird psychic.
I don't know about that.
Your life is. I'd see how it is.
But yeah, that definitely helped out Ralph in his resistance department, since he's no longer weak to fighting. And technically immune to Ghost. But Mawile is very happy to see that Ralph has returned, and, well, returned as himself, and not, a curmudgeon like Pangoro.
I didn't turn into Hango Jingo.
This is correct. Mawile was very happy, and there were sweet, affectionate moments to be had.
Yeah.
And then, as is tradition, somehow Mawile manages to turn the conversation from relationship stuff to research, and the both of you start examining the Bronzor from Cladle's cairn to try and figure out what exactly it did, back when it functioned. But after they are done fiddling with what is effectively a Pokemon corpse, I mean, I'm not wrong. It's part of the job. They go out to show Ralph's team his new form. They go back to the clubhouse, and Pangoro at this point has come downstairs, and he doesn't even need a minute to recognize that it's Ralph. It's mostly the hat. But Brooke also comes along with Blaze and Squirtle to see this new evolution. Brooke is mostly shocked that Ralph is kind of shorter than an average Snorlax.
Indeed, and I do want to call attention to the new Ralph art there is, which Kyrio
Yes.
did a good job on.
It's wonderful. Kyrio does wonderful work.
I think it really represented the kind of, this is not as big as a normal Snorlax kind of vibe, but at the same time it's totally a Snorlax.
Yes.
I like it, good balance.
Once the commotion calms down a bit, Pangoro informs Brooke and Ralph that there's something he needs to talk to Team cheer about once Tucker is able to pull himself away from the puppy. So Brooke leaves to go get Tucker so that Pangoro can explain ASAP. And Brooke finds Tucker at the base, who Tucker has been trying to find a chew toy for Puppy. But eventually Tucker leaves Puppy with Lizard before going with Team Leader. When Tucker and Brooke return to the clubhouse, they find that there's been a table prepared for this conversation. And they go to eat, enjoy a bit of food. Pangoro lets them eat a bit before explaining why he asked them to come here. And it's effectively to make sure that they are able to properly take care of Puppy. And that when they leave, they have someone who can properly take care of Puppy. Mostly because he has seen time and time again, pioneers leave and they don't come back. And that's not a statement of abandonment. And he does request that they come up with a plan for what would happen if they are unable to return. And there was, not in an extensive amount of discussion, but Pangoro effectively told Tucker and everyone else on the team to not treat Puppy like they are a feral, effectively.
Yeah, and Tucker got a bit of a scolding in the process.
Not entirely intended as a scolding.
True.
But
he may have
Pangoro,
taken it that way a little bit.
well, yes. That much was clear. But Pangoro also basically stated that currently Puppy is way too young to be with the other daycare kids. It would not be right to just stick them with the daycare kids.
Mm-hmm.
And Tucker ends up asking Brooke to assist him in trying to... Oh, right, that was before the chiding. Because the chiding happened because Tucker asked Brooke to help him train Puppy to be more manageable. And Pangoro chided them.
Mm-hmm. About basically looking down on Puppy's ability of growth effectively.
But Puppy does need to be acclimated to others.
Mm-hmm.
And there was indeed a statement that Tucker, even if he isn't intending it, might not be the most capable of taking care of the puppy.
Mm-hmm.
Which is sobering, yes, but it's honesty. It's the least he can do. But he does offer suggestions for babysitters. He suggests Miltank and Crocodile, which kind of surprises everyone for some reason. I'm not quite sure why, but it does. He also suggests Simasage and Simapore, since the orchard is relatively safe, like not a dangerous environment for Puppy to be in. But once all his concerns are aired, he leaves Team Cheer to the rest of their meal, and asks them to inform him of their plans for Puppy before they next leave Savantown, which is going to be soon. But as the team are enjoying the rest of their meal, Noibat approaches and requests that when they go on their next mission, that they let Noibat join them, which the team are more than happy to let Noibat join them. Even if they're going to need a few days to determine what they're going to do with Puppy first. After they explain they're going to be going to Sea Spray Town, at least initially, Noibat acts kind of disappointed until Florence rolls up and is like, "That's fine, we should probably go back anyway." And says something to the effect that he will be, quote-unquote, guarding Noibat so Rise won't be so concerned for Noibat's safety.
He's very
to
easy
explain-
going about letting the wind take him where he goes.
Yes. Oh yeah, I was just there. I can go back again. But the main reason for Noibat to be so upset is that they went and did a mission previously with Florence off to Sea Spray in the hopes that they would be officially welcomed as at least a pioneer in training, and they have not. And that's very aggravating for them, which is understandable.
Indubitably.
What was that, Tubby?
I said indubitably.
Indubitably.
In any case, now we begin.
Okay, though I will start by saying to the stream goers, please refresh if you don't have a working chat. Twitch just showing its absolute stability broke about 4 minutes ago, and the chat broke for everybody until you refresh. So refresh if you're having problems, folks. Good work, Twitch.
Don't mind if I do. I have a nice banana smoothie right here. Nice and refreshing.
Lemonade. Call me a gate guard. I have a lemonade.
Well, you're not really guarding much if you have the lemonade, because you're just gonna let everybody through now.
Exactly.
But yeah, all that being said,
How you give one guard one thing of lemonade and he shares it with the other 3.
yeah, that's always the
and
weird thing.
that lasts enough. The one thing of lemonade split between 4 grown-ass men
Must have been a big
lasts
lemonade.
the rest of the game.
They just
like
sip
you,
it really
no,
slowly.
clearly the gateways are a trans-dimensional space. All gateways are the same gateway.
They might have done something angling with that with the limited space.
In any case, you all have finished your meal for the day. For the interest of relative expedience, and you can say however many days it takes doing whatever you're doing, what are you going to do about Puppy? Because I know you guys wanted to at least talk with the suggested pairs and probably look for at least someone who can look after Puppy. Because Lizard can only handle so much.
Yeah. I was saying Miltank and Crocodile, because if we let them watch the puppy, the sets, they have the whole set, Connect Out, Courage, the Cowardly Dog.
Not sure if cowardly though, but I guess all that being said,
Well, I mean,
Tucker's actually
not
okay with that
cowardly.
idea. Tucker's okay with the idea. He's a little leery of Crocodile, but Miltank is nice, so.
Despite his name, he's actually quite brave. That's a tangent.
Tis.
Yeah.
Tucker is a bit quiet though, because he's still reeling from kind of the. Again, he didn't exactly get scolded, but he did get kind of told that he was making mistakes, and well, namely in that he was basically planning on rearing this kid when he couldn't, and in a way that didn't respect the puppy's potential intelligence. Effectively, Tucker was letting his instincts run the show and not letting the idea of, basically he was kind of stereotyping the puppy because they simply look to be a older generation of Puchita, and he was worried that they couldn't acclimate to society. Which wasn't really that fair to the puppy. So, Tucker is a little bit on the quiet side right now. As he does realize he made a mistake there.
Perhaps the puppy shall become more intelligent than even I. Yeah.
Who knows? Give it
no,
time.
Super smart puppy.
But in any case, yeah, I suppose if Ralph presents the idea, Tucker will basically be a bit quiet, but he will nod to that and will comment that he would trust Miltank with the idea if Miltank is okay with it.
Yeah. Plus, they're both fully adult Pokemon with a stable but calm, job.
Well,
Miltank has plenty of nutritious milk, so it can grow big and strong.
this is true.
What about Brooke's thoughts on everything?
Ooh, it even shows that Kyrio is typing.
It does?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Down there. That's a new feature that Tabletop added, right? You can see in the very bottom left if you pay attention.
Yeah, there's a bubble next to his name up on the name list.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, there's a bubble next to that. Like,
Fair enough.
Oh, and that's no problem, Kyrio. Effectively, the
Dude,
topic right now is what you all are going to be doing over the next few days. Well, one, to prepare for your trip, and two, what you're going to be doing about Puppy, because you do have options presented to you.
Did you miss the recap bit, by the way, Kyrio, or?
Probably not an awful lot.
I was mostly just recounting about... Okay. I was mostly recounting that Tucker's a bit quiet right now, and will probably just be trying to set up things with Puppy. Again, he kind of did inadvertently get scolded, but kind of also just feels bad about making kind of a stereotype over the puppy. And not being fair to the puppy, so... He's a little bit quieter on the quieter end right now, and does want to set up what a safe place for Puppy to be, especially while they're away. And he does understand that he may not be the best to raise the puppy to, at least not full time. Certainly, that's not possible. Oh wow! I did not expect the hype trait to activate. Thank you, Reese. And whoever else activated the hype train earlier. Oh, yes, also Firefang, thank you.
Well,
but over the next few days. Oh yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, while Kyrio is typing, assuming you all are still, at your table for the moment, almost out of habit, Noibat is starting to collect your emptied plates. And then they realize that it's too many plates for them to carry because they are small Noibat. And so they start carrying just one, and Florence just decides to help them and carries the plates over to the counter for Rise to get. And Noibat just glares at the toxicity.
The bat really wants to prove himself with whatever task he sets himself to.
They do. Meanwhile, Florence is just being helpful because Florence.
Easygoing bard.
Yep, Florence is Adorance.
I guess I could also mention that I don't think Tucker really fully expressed his opinion of Ralph's evolution, but even amongst his quietness, it's a bit obvious that he's a little bit observant that both of his other party members are now softer than him, and he might be a little bit jealous of that.
So, what?
Crocodiles are just naturally tubby. Come on.
Yeah, but like softer than Tucker?
I don't know. Tucker has the floof aspect going for him, but as far as like belly squish goes, he's kind of losing out at this point.
Yeah, but you're fluffy.
Fluffy is a good plus benefit.
Yeah, and I feel like a crocodile's bulk, like heft, is a little bit more tanky and less squishy.
I feel like it's a mix of both.
Like it'd be
definitely muscle
like it'd be hitting. Yeah, like it'd be hitting a thick punching bag, maybe filled with water.
Huh, that's an interesting description. I guess it's up to Brooke's own. I guess it's up to Kyrio how much surface tension Brooke has. I guess you could say.
Yeah, how the belly is.
Water.
Water pun. But you also asked over the course of the next few days, so also comment on that. Well, Tucker is fairly prepped for a journey at this point, I'd say. He might try to... I'm trying to remember if this battle initiative is an old message, or if it's something, if there was another chat topic. If there was, I can't remember what it was.
Oh, that's an old message.
That's an old one, right? Because I think that was over the banner.
Yes.
Oh yeah. I guess the main thing Tucker will do is probably sort his inventory. That will take days, but you know.
Oh yeah, but good to be sorted and prepared.
What was the nature of their journey to Sea Spray? What was the main objective?
The main
did Pango Django ever bring it up, or
no? Because I don't believe you gave him what your objective is. I remember very distinctly what your objective is.
I do recall. I mean, we want to go back to the library for one. But...
Well, you want to go and speak with the LOKTHORI librarian, because Articuno stated that they might know a way to get to some psychics who can help the shaman.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the main reason to go back to Sea Spray.
And Tucker is very much dedicated to the goal of helping that shaman. They've been on his mind for a while because he feels very sorry for them.
And besides helping the shaman, there's a whole bunch of other stuff. But,
Yes, we can look at our little side quest card for some of that, I think. Though that's the main thing, though, the librarian discussion. Though Pango Django, did he have an objective of his own for us to go back, I believe, right?
I don't believe so.
Ah, so he was just basically sitting us out on the shaman thing, basically.
No, the shaman thing is your own volition.
Right, so what's his volition?
This feels like a who's on first gag. No, he specifically wanted to talk to you all because of Puppy.
Yeah. So wait, he didn't want us to... He was not saying us to Sea Spray specifically? I thought he was.
No.
Oh, okay.
No. He didn't send us any.
I thought this was a double venture for some reason. Okay, fair enough.
Miltank seems to be the best place to start, at least. We can ask around from there if they can't help. Burke says. We're just going to Sea Spray, so it seems a little paranoid to me to be worried about this, but never hurts to be prepared, I guess.
Tucker would respond and he'd say, I don't think it's exactly being paranoid. You just have to think more long term for Puppy. And I was making some care mistakes anyways, so seeing if others can take care of him too, that would be probably good.
Yeah, plus we'll be gone at least 34 days.
That is true. What the heck is... Oh, it's the storage, isn't it? What was that laugh?
Let's see. Right. We can probably...
I'll just to multitask here a little bit. First off, he's good. Tucker will be bringing his uniform because he might get some part-time work done while he's out there. So he'll bring it back along. By the way, everyone, thank you for the train. He's gonna put his winter clothing away because he probably won't need that in Sea Spray.
Yeah, good. Don't want it to get, like, messed up or dirty because we took it where we didn't need to take it.
Yeah. Oh, the wedding bands. That's something. That's another thing for Sea Spray, actually, wasn't it? He wanted to see if he could get them work done.
Burke nods, absent-mindedly handing Noibat his plate. I guess we can't just take him with us. Somehow I feel like I'd prefer to keep everyone close by, but that's probably too dangerous.
Tucker does look a bit thoughtful at that. I know the feeling. I kind of have the instinct to, well, mother it a bit, but at the same time, it's really, really young, so I know that wouldn't be the best.
Actually, low-key, when he sees Tucker putting away the winter clothes, he goes to put away his in his room. He's gonna check if they still fit.
Nope. Why do you need winter clothing anyway?
Yeah, I don't anymore, do I? Because my
Burke also wants
thickness
to get some
protected
forge
me.
supplies, so Sea Spray has multiple objectives. This is true.
I guess I'll just, instead of using the HQ storage, I'm going to put stuff above my sheet. It's easier to keep track of that way. Because it's stuff I will need interactive again later, props. Also, would the Atlas be useful for... I don't know if it would be or not. You could mark new stuff in it for the library. That's an idea, Ralph.
Well,
Yeah, Tucker... Okay, in character, Tucker would actually have the thought to suggest that to Ralph, I think. While rummaging in HQ storage himself. The Atlas isn't filled out, like, super detailed, right?
No, it has key points. You could consider the map that we have over by Tubby to be the Atlas map, effectively, with some points specifically added in by Tubby at this point.
Well, Tucker, knowing both that Ralph has added points to the map, as well as the fact that he's been at the library and looked at a few books before, he would suggest directly to Ralph, hey, you could maybe, perhaps some books in the library could let you mark the map more out.
Yeah, indeed. And I'm kind of keeping it with me, so yeah. As we adventure.
Just a suggestion.
Yeah.
For the sake of moving on,
Sure.
we'll say that, it's quote-unquote the next day, because it was already afternoon by the time Ralph came back. You all had had your afternoon meal and conversation. Interestingly enough, Noibat and Squirtle decide to follow you guys back to base.
Oh, okay.
Noibat has no problem going in the basement. Though for what reason they would forego their roost in Rise's house, one may only guess.
Didn't want to lecture.
And Squirtle is obvious. They share the pool in Brooke's office with Laddie.
I just realized this card can be removed now. Technically, this one can too. Goodbye, A.
I'm sorry, Brooke. Ralph, invent a padlock for me, would you? Ralph is fully capable of doing so.
Yeah. Padlock or locking mechanisms can be made with like wood. I'm pretty sure.
I mean, if Ralph wants to, he can make a simple padlock with only a few hours of work and some wood in Mawel's home. She has tools.
And
so I need to ask, who is going to go along to Miltank Spa to ask about the puppy thing?
Well, Tucker definitely would. He'd probably tote the puppy along the way too. Kind of makes more sense, so while he's asking, he can show the puppy and explain why he needs help. So.
Well, I tried to remember how to do Miltank voice.
But I guess the main question would anybody be going with Tucker.
yeah, tag along to.
Okay,
Keep,
so everyone's going.
Aw.
Together.
Tucker would appreciate the support from the rest of the team coming along too.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
He appreciates
along.
everyone being invested in Puppy's future.
you all head to the spa, and Miltank is sort of mildly surprised to see you all back again so soon, considering the fact that you all had a spa treatment recently. Lilligant, oh my gosh, I forgot the new models have sound.
Yes, if
Just squee. It's adorable. That will distract me for ages. This is why Squirtle is mute. They would distract me with their cuteness. Lilligant waves sort of shyly to Brooke and to the rest of you as she shuffles back to the aromatic section of the spa.
wow. So the models.
Oh gosh. Right. Anyway.
There they are.
As Puppy has started nibbling at the edges of your bag, Tucker.
Oh no! Puppy is in the side sling again, though. Probably, yes, a bit wriggly and maybe not staying put too well, being Puppy.
They are not. They are being very wiggly. Oh! And who's this cute little bundle of toy you have with you? I should also refer Kyrio to finish typing.
Yes.
Burke waves at Lilligant with a slightly awkward smile. Your letter did reach Lilligant all that time ago, by the way.
Gosh, I don't even remember the letter. What did it say?
It was effectively letting her down gently.
Aw, right. Oh, okay, fair enough. I won't ask.
It was a private letter.
Not the top of the top of Voltorb is red. My skills are blue. I put on a facade, but really I love you. No, I don't know what that.
That was so corny. I love it.
That was good for impromptu corniness. I agree. Tucker would. Hey, I'm hella good. I'm not flaming, I'm bubbling.
There's a reason I learned Scald. Also has a penchant for electric types. But I think that's mostly because of the characters I've made. By coincidence. I don't even remember what one is the other one that was interesting besides Deadeye. Oh, right. Calvin.
Oh, yes, of course.
In any case.
In any case, Tucker would answer Miltank by explaining that this is Puppy. And he would pause and kind of sheepishly ask about if they could possibly take care of the little guy. Or possibly girl, or possibly puppy. For a little while they're away.
As a side note, I think last session we basically
Puppy
had to
puppy.
tell the chat. Yeah, we had to tell the chat several times puppy is puppy until otherwise denoted.
Indeed. I always have trouble with defaultedly generating something as he. I'm still working on that.
I mean, I did the same thing for Lizard, remember? And eventually it was like, no, Lizard is Lizard.
I got used to it with Lizard after time, so it just takes me a while of a character, I guess.
Yep. If you repeat it enough, you learn. And I'm sorry, Tucker did just ask if they could help take care of Puppy.
Mm-hmm. I'm not voicing everything just to save the little time, sorry.
No, that's okay. I understand. And I appreciate. Oh. Well, I guess it's not that terribly busy. I'm sure they wouldn't get too much in the way, would they, Crookie? Wow, that's not even Crooked Owl's voice. Whatever. Just, lowers newspaper, gets up, walks over, pauses from staring down at Tucker and Puppy, looks up at Ralph.
How's it going?
Weren't you shorter?
Nah, you're thinking it's someone else. I walk up, and I heft like I'm hefting a belt, even though I don't have a belt. Yeah, I'm here with the inspection agency, Delta. I need to check your pipes, make sure they're up to code.
We don't have an inspection agency. We're out here in the Plains continent. Go back to Sea Spray. Yeah, you tell him, whippersnapper.
I reckon you passed. I tip my head. Good job.
Miltank giggles. Ralph evolved recently, Burke says with a smile. Well, that explains the new size. If you're feeling any lasting aches and pains, be sure to come on by again, alright, Ralph?
Yo, for sure, for sure.
And maybe this time you could bring Miss Mowile too,
Yo.
And this is when you learned. Miltank is the town gossip.
During this, Tucker would,
No.
No? Was that a no?
No.
No, it's a yo.
Oh, a
Both
yo.
in and-
Okay.
Both in and out of character.
And yes, Brooke does still have some free tickets available.
During this, Tucker would do the natural little parental nip at the nape of the neck of the puppy, which calms them down a little bit from their bag biting. They have loosened a few threads, but it's still intact, I would hope. and Tucker would put Puppy down in front and let them basically be able to walk around a little bit as Miltank takes a look at Puppy and comments on. As Miltank comments on how they wouldn't be too much trouble, Tucker does have a hesitant look.
Well, they can be a little nibbly. A lot nibbly, so maybe there's something they could chew on that would let them nibble safely. But,
he kind of looks a little off kilter as he says,
if they do cause any trouble, we can pay for it. I can pay for it, probably.
As you are talking, Puppy is intensely sniffing everything, and the only reason they are unable to get to the aromatic section is because Crocodile is standing in their way. And Puppy just stares up at them. Ah! Yeah, and... And just there's this silent exchange as Crocodile stares at them. Meanwhile, Miltank says that she does have something in mind, and she goes and gets something from under her counter, and it's a rag that she ends up dipping into a bottle of moo milk that she happens to have on hand, and she sort of offers it over to Puppy, who immediately sort of latches onto it and does a combination of nomming and suckling on the milk-sopped rag.
Tucker wags as he sees that calms Puppy right down, really, and gives Puppy something to do.
Oh, that seems to work.
It's clear that Tucker is more than a little nervous handing off Puppy.
How long are you expecting to be away?
Yeah, a few days. We're gonna go to Sea Spray. We'll probably be there a day and a half, and come back.
Yeah, we're not looking to adopt. Crocodile folds
Oh.
their arms and squints at all of you. So you better come back.
Oh yeah, for sure. We'll be back.
Tucker nods.
You better get those pipes fixed by the time we get back. Let's off cook with a warning this time.
Crookie, it'll be fine. You all are strong. I can tell. Besides, your team is something of a talk around town.
Of course, we're the best team.
Tucker just looks kind of sheepish at that.
Health fits good things.
Let's give Kyrio a second.
Reminder to stretch and or drink water.
By the way, on the subject of the Squirtle, yeah, the new models, so it's an upside downside situation. If I have to pull new models, they will always be stuck with their platform now, but they at least will make sound. So it's like a trade-off. Oh wow, if you zoom in and out while you're doing that, Doppler effect.
Maybe shoot for a week or so, Brooke says. That said, Pangoro is concerned about eventualities. So if anyone is looking to adopt but isn't in too big of a hurry, well, the boss would like us to have a backup plan. That's understandable, dearies. Miltank holds out Puppy to Tucker. Puppy not letting go of the rag at all. They grr whenever there's even the slightest tug. I don't think it'll take you much convincing to believe that we've seen our fair share of happenings around here. It's part of the reason I opened up this place. In the hopes of making that less likely.
Tucker looks kind of sad for a moment.
Yeah, that's why Pangoro had to talk to us about Puppy, too. And I hope it doesn't come to that, but... well, we do have to plan ahead.
It's good to. After all, if something were to happen to Crocodile and I, this place would go to Lilligant. I still don't think she's ready for it. That's why it's a plan for the future.
Well, anyways,
Tucker kind of does a little feral bow.
thank you for helping out. I really appreciate it, and I hope Puppy's not too much trouble.
He kind of, was he being handed back Puppy for the time being?
Yes,
Since
for
we're
the
not
time
leaving,
being.
right? Since we're not leaving right now. Yeah. He knows his Puppy and gives Puppy a lick on the head before doing a little neck lick or neck bite again to put him back in the pouch on his side. Of course, the whole time I'm sure Puppy doesn't let go of the rag, and that's fine.
Not for a second. That rag is not going to survive 2 days.
Well, it's 2 days that Puppy is distracted, at least. But yeah, I feel like I had one more thing to say, and then I forgot it. Oops. Oh well.
I was going to say, side note, while typing and things are happening, yeah, during the next day or two of preparation, depending on how long y'all take, you will be able to see Puppy running around, just shaking their head vigorously with that rag. It is going to get many holes.
Tucker will make a note to look for something that is an effective and durable chew toy while in Sea Spray.
You end up getting them like this rubber boffer weapon and they bonk things with it.
Oh, he becomes the new Ralph Bonker.
The new Ralph?
Yeah, just like, yeah, kind of like how when Misty left the show, Krogunk became the new Brock Bonker, replacing Misty as the Brock Bonker.
Oh, I get it.
Now that Riley's gone, the puppy with the rubber mallet is the new Ralph Bonker.
Oh, I get you. Now that Riley is kind of semi-retired, yeah.
Oh gosh. Ralph says this terrible pun, and just someone looks at Puppy and goes, "Okay, now go bonk Uncle Ralph."
All my puns are great.
Some people say a bone would be ideal, but I don't know if a bone would last all that long either. And
It
possibly
depends.
be dangerous, depending on the bone. Fun fact, don't feed dogs certain bones, like chicken bones, because they will splinter in a way that could just kind of stab them and hurt them. So
This is correct. More solid bones are fine. But
Yeah,
usually you will want to give them like the treated stuff that you can find in a store.
Yeah. That's the best. And that sort of
Yeah.
bone, like a treated bone, that would actually be probably best for puppy as well.
Yeah, no cooked bones.
Yeah.
Cooked bones bad.
Yeah, cooked bones are bad for splintering, but chicken bones are always bad for splintering for us, I hear. 'Cause
Yep,
chicken...
bird bones specifically.
Yeah, because bird bones are built literally differently, so...
Hello.
Yeah.
They're built to be able to fly.
So both Cinepedro and Crusher, those are best. Yeah, so those specific bones that don't splinter.
Yes. Just don't give them any steel-type bones.
That would wear down the teeth a bit.
5 years raising the puppy. Oh.
Aw. Well, with that being said, yeah, Tucker is a little nervous leaving the puppy in somebody else's care, even though it's very necessary. And he is fully ready to pay back if any damages do occur. Though he does hope that puppy can integrate, and this is a good first step for that, he feels. Since there are customers, of course, to the spa, and puppy will be ending up incidentally meeting new Pokemon, so... On another note, I will go ahead and make notes. Tucker is actually going to bring most of his inventory after all. I was thinking he was going to dump some items, but thinking about it, he's going to bring his Cafe V uniform in case he goes to work. He's going to bring the Victoria Maid outfit because he might have an opportunity to use it there too, actually. He hasn't actually worn it yet. No, so. All he knows is that it fits him.
Oh god, you're gonna make me dig up the payment stuff for Cafe V.
It's not exactly a leisure trip, but there is a lot to be done, and he probably at least wants to revisit.
Unless there's some
cafe.
supplies that we need, I think we're about ready to go. Okay. In which case, it really doesn't take you all that long to prepare. After,
really.
you know, having that specific talk about puppy.
V did have a quest for us, which...
V does have a quest for you, but that is sort of its own thing. I should also note that specifically, you will be coming back to Sea Spray after dealing with what the librarian helps you with. Unless you specifically choose to go directly back to Savantown afterward.
Could you repeat that part about V? I was doing say.
V does have a quest for you. V sent a letter a while ago.
Yeah.
That basically said, hey, I found this cool thing. If you get the time to come help me, I would really appreciate it. Just paraphrasing in the barest sense.
Mm-hmm.
But it also was not labeled as an urgent thing. It's on the same level as Mawile's expedition.
Mm-hmm.
But Mawile's is time/context sensitive in the fact that hers can only be completed during a full moon.
Right. Tucker would have interest in helping V's request if it's something they can fit into their timeline during the trip. It's definitely something he's going to keep in the back of his mind since he does have interactions with V. And will probably interact with V regardless of being able to handle the request during their trip. So I guess effectively it's up to the rest of the party.
So, question. Are you taking Zeal with you for this mission? Or are you okay taking Noibat and Florence with you?
Noibat wants to prove he's useful, so...
Yeah, I think Zil can
At
hang
least I
back
think
on this
so.
one. We'll switch out our team a little bit, probably. Also, too large a team is hard to narrate to.
I can make the NPCs do things in the background.
Of course. What do you guys think?
No bad influence, yes. Zeal's been on a few adventures, we need to have some people in the reserve. True.
Yeah. Also, just party size is a viable thing to consider.
True.
Especially
But
if we
this
have to
also-
buy in rooms and stuff.
This is true. You don't know what you're going to need to be doing. This also means that you have enough people in reserve now to have a sub-team go out.
That's hardcore.
Did I ever create a... I didn't. Okay, hold on a second. I'm going to do a thing. Don't mind me. I'm just pulling this guy out for a second. Because I realized that... Yeah. I'm just making a
Right,
copy.
I forgot about the Florence cutout.
I didn't make one, so... However, technically I can just make a... Hold on.
Well, you do that.
Yeah.
So... Once you all are ready, including whenever Kyrio is done typing what they're typing.
Oh, that's right. We had a discussion a little bit ago about getting some, like, proper art of Florence at some point.
Yes. I will eventually commission Kyrio for Florence art.
Okay. In the meantime, I'm just going to use a... Which Talkster City is he based off of?
But he's based off of the amped up one.
Amped, okay.
Yes. Hot Dog, Lizard, Riley, Zeal take on escort mission to floor B5 of the Blade Plains. That's pretty good. I mean, there's no reason they can't. Before you go, since you agreed to tell Pangoro when you were leaving, what specific... Florence is anything but low-key. He acts low-key. Oh, wait, no. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought Amped Up was the one that only had 4. No, he is based on the low-key one, then.
Okay. I actually thought that for some reason. Alright, hold on a second.
I guess? Hang on.
I make you question your characters now.
Well... so figure out what you're going to tell Pangoro about where you're going and why, or if you're just going to state that you are going to Sea Spray for the personal mission or what have you. I'm going to look in the design documents.
Okay.
Florence is in here.
I will let the leader do the talking on that one. Good deal. The rest of me is bigger, my mouth might be bigger too.
Really? Not in there? Ah, but I know where he is. Do. Oh, no, yeah, he is the amped up version. Okay. Sorry for the waffling.
It's alright. I was right for either one. Well, that'll do then.
Brooke explains to Pangoro that they're going to take care of several errands in Sea Spray, some of which involves research prompted by Articuno and getting supplies for a proper forge. So, having the proper forge in town does mildly interest Pangoro for utilitarian reasons. So he's fine with this, especially when you all let him know that, yeah, you have a place for Puppy to be at the moment. The spa is going to see an uptick in business.
Mascot?
It's an adorable puppy.
Like
They
father,
are-
like son.
Hopefully they don't nibble at any guests, that's all. We'll see though. They're friendly, they're just nibbly.
Florence, of course, decides to butt in an inopportune time and tell Pingoro that he's coming along too. And he's dragging Noibat with him because Noibat was such a help last time. He's not too worried that Team Cheer might steal Pingoro's quartermaster to be their blacksmith. No, that's not going to happen, and Pingoro knows why. Pingoro's fully aware why that could never ever happen. Blaze acts like he's grumpy with his job, but he actually enjoys it. Enjoys it better than working for his dad. Should also be noted that Florence managed to procure, in ginormous air quotes, food supplies for the trip down to Sea Spray.
Ooh.
Enough that you guys note to self-recruit a blacksmith. There are options. Enough food that you won't need to stop by Old Man Mudbray's ranch if you don't want to. Brooke would like to. You can. There isn't going to be a whole lot going on, but
It's on the way, and Tucker would appreciate going back just to make sure everything's going well for them after the stuff that happened last time. A wellness check, you could say.
specifically Brooke would be interested in returning to the Alcazar, if only just outside of it, which is possible. I mean, there's no reason. There is literally no reason you can't. If you want to handle that off screen, we can. Because if you're stopping at the ranch on the way back to Sea Spray, that really, because you know where the Alcazar is/was, it would not take you that long to find the entrance and be back. Like, before even half a day had gone by.
I think I know what Brooke's vibe is on that one. Tucker would have a similar vibe.
That's totally fine. Do you want to take care of it on screen or off screen?
Either or is fine with me. Or just a brief, like, description of what we'd like to do, or something. Instead of making a big scene out of it. It's up to you.
I think we've got a bit of time. Especially since we are going to effectively fold space in on itself and completely ignore travel.
Also, question. I want a little update about something. So, if I recall correctly, Tucker was attempting to see if the wedding bands could be imbued with something, but nothing here in Savannah Town can really handle that, so he needs to go to Sea Spray to see about that further.
I want to say that Brooke gave Tucker the idea of combining the magic jewelry with the earrings.
Yeah, I just had a further
bands.
thought. The magic jewelry is empty, but has the potential to have something stored in it.
Correct.
But he also has a piece of the amethyst fractal shell, which has something in it. Effectively, has the ability to do something. Has a light hypnosis. Remember?
Kind of. I should remind you, however, that if you use it for another purpose, it cannot be put into your clothes by the seamstress.
Oh, that's right. It was going to be used as part of the. Was it going to be used as decoration, or was it to be used for tangible
It was
effect?
going to have a utilitarian use.
Okay, that's true. All right, never mind then. Because I just realized that could actually be maybe, perhaps somebody knowledgeable could take that energy and put it into the magic jewelry. But yeah, that would actually, I forgot about the use of that for the clothes. I forgot about that entirely. Yeah, let's just stick to that then.
If you had more money, I would suggest that you send your stuff off to with one of the spinnerak to the seamstress, but you don't have enough money to cover the expenses.
What would be the expenses?
For a custom garment like that, it is more than you have.
Is it more than Brooke has?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it would be quite a bit.
Fair enough.
You did a big favor for the seamstress, yes, but she is still expensive. Also, that's Brooke's money.
Slides away, baby doll eyes.
There's a reason Mangoro didn't want to pay his bill. In any case, about a day and a half through the Rusty Canyon, and we can probably actually swap tunes around now. You get to Old Man Mudbray's ranch, and they greet you in their cheery, hillbilly farmer manner.
Song 16, by the way. Just letting everybody know.
I say that in the nicest way possible, because I love voicing them, but I'm not going to do it right now.
I like this song.
And you can even find their relative Mudsdale out tilling a field using rototiller. The Mareep are still here. There are a pair of Wooloo that are blending in. Ah, memories. We haven't been here since I was a Totodile. I lost a tooth here, Burke mentions to Noibat. Really? Noibat tilts their head. Oh, that must have been on the trip. Right. Oh my gosh, you don't even need to recolor that. That's perfect.
Black sheep. I actually kind of like that one. That's actually, wow, it actually, that texture glitch is actually, doesn't even look like a glitch. I love it. Oh, that's great. That means you can make this Mareep any color you wanted, actually, because it looks perfect.
Storm Cloud Mareep.
I think, well, I guess it'd always be a tit, but yeah, like, see?
Oh my gosh.
See? It's great. It's like a Minecraft sheet.
Cool.
Yay.
Yo.
A blueberry sheep. Okay, black though. I can't find Mudsdale. Tucker would also chime in and say,
Wow, how many months has it been at this point?
he only really thought about it once they approached.
Since Sea Spray? I think it's been about 2, maybe more.
It's been a while. I can't find Mudsdale.
Oh yeah, definitely more than that because of the having to take the vacation break. So it's probably been 3, almost 4. Oh yeah, there was blood all over the place. Brooke grins. Feels like forever ago, but a lot has happened. Yeah, for you maybe. Not so much for me.
Tucker would
Noibat's-
chime in. Oh, what's that?
Oh, no, go on. I was just saying that Noibat size.
They're looking a little sad. Tucker would turn and point out.
Well, things are happening for you now.
Oi, lad. Best to take the good where you're getting. Florence hefts their bag impossibly full of stuff as he just walks along ahead.
Wait, please.
Do you want to try that again, Tubby?
Wave as the 2 donkeys are on the horizon, as they, yeah.
Oh, yeah, we have voices for this one now because I had to replace them.
Nice.
Quiet voice, but all right.
Burke looks at Noivat a moment and nods. Maybe so, but things happening isn't always good, he says, looking stoically towards the canyon.
Tucker's ears naturally fold as he also looks that way.
Well, it's better than never getting to do anything. His Noibat flaps off and sort of finds a place to roost under the awning that hangs over the porch. But yes, the residents of the ranch greet you warmly. Including a certain Machamp that currently is working there.
Is he building something?
Yep, they are helping construct an addition to the barn.
Nice.
I think I'd probably agree with that. Brooke nods. Mostly in reference to Noibat. Yes. You saved the Houndoom and a Machamp.
That's right.
As specific saves, I should say. In addition to Mudsdale.
Oh, good to see they found something to do, too. After getting out. Ironically, not far from where they were in prison, technically, but hey, it's a chill place.
A coward Machamp. Yes, Xerix is right.
That's true, he was, wasn't he?
Evolved Pokemon, one seeing a coward. And a fighting type, no less. What is your fighting type, Pride?
Left it at the door to the Alcazar.
To be fair, getting in prison can kind of take a lot out of you.
So, by the way, Mudbury is specifically going to address Ralph. And because I don't think I can come up with the specific conversational words for it in his voice at the moment. But basically says, they don't have a room in the house for someone your size, but you are more than free to sleep in the barn.
Yeah, I guess I am pretty big now. He slaps his belly. Yeah, I suppose this means that Joyride, you had promised me is out the window.
Unfortunately. Mudsdale just sort of stomps one hoof. Sorry, friend.
Unforeseen circumstances. I seem to have put on a little bit of weight since I last saw you.
Oh, that's okay. I just got me a self-knit wooloo marie wool blanket. Mudsdale just sort of shuffles awkwardly. Come on, you should try it. It's nice and itchy.
That has a long name.
Oh.
Well, that's because it's made from the wool of two different Pokemon. That's why. I knit it myself. Do you want to see?
Yeah, I don't know that I would want to feel like it's itchy isn't a negative that I want on my blankets.
Tucker nods tentatively to the offer, and kind of just innocently asks,
Does using two Pokemon's wool make it better?
Twice the wool, twice the soft, and twice the space to cover. And they clop back into their house and bring out, just dragging out what could be construed as a tarp, except made of wool of mismatched colors. You're not even sure if this counts as knitted together, but it's big enough for a Snorlax, alright?
Tucker looks at it for a bit and just comments,
That's pretty artistic.
I know, I'm thinking of getting more arts and crafts lately.
so we'll Ralph use that.
I'll feel I'll feel it.
He'll feel it, he says tentatively.
You feel over it, and it feels like it would be nice and soft, but you also, I won't even make you roll for this, you know that this would be like wearing one of those itchy wool sweaters that you would get for Christmas.
Yeah, it's been kind of warm out lately. I think I'll just enjoy the open air.
Suit yourself! Brooke makes sure everyone is settled before walking off towards the canyon. He'll make his way down to the Alcazar from there. He doesn't really hide where he's going, but he's not bringing attention to it. But yes, once pleasantries are over, Old Man Bunbury is basically like, yeah, sure, stay wherever.
Tucker
And
will
lets you go about your business.
Tucker will join Brooke, though he will offer as well to do a little work or something for the stay, because he likes to be gracious like that. And we'll probably do an odd job for them if they need one.
Herding the Marip and Wooloo is going to be your job.
It's something that Tucker will get onto right after. Well, he'll do that after he sees what Brooke's up to. Though, as Brooke does work his way downwards, he kind of realizes there's only one place he would be going. So Tucker will just quietly follow behind him.
As you make your way down into the depths of the rusted canyon, you're hit with many memories of events that seem so far away, and yet happened so recently. Almost like looking at a year in retrospect. And then you come across that entrance. Caved in and destroyed, but still recognizable. One of the statues had collapsed with everything else, and its broken pieces leaning over against the other one. The archway completely filled with rubble, fractured and crumbling in on itself. Also, yes, the chat is correct. Mudsdale are incredibly heavy.
Wow. Dense, I guess.
Yes. Like, most ground types are really heavy. Mudsdale is incredibly heavy.
Nice. Really, Automod? Really? Only mods will know.
Automod, context, please.
What did Automod do now? Reese said maybe he can write him then. Automod thought part of that was explicit.
Technically, it would be possible, but not comfortable.
Yeah, he's not gonna make the old like, you know, do that. If he was still a Munchlax, he'd probably push for it like, yeehaw, giddy up.
Nah, at this point you need a palanquin carried by all the Marip.
Tucker would, honestly, just, it's kind of a pointless gesture, but Tucker would just kind of look around the rubble a little bit. Almost as if to see if anything else is okay or around at this point. Though it's unlikely at this point that anything is inhabiting or existing around it, and he knows that. He just kind of sighs.
As little side notes, Florence has taken up a seat in the porch rocking chair and has begun strumming the background music, like the walking karaoke machine that he is.
Yes, he could, couldn't he? Actually, with this song.
And I bet explores, just in small bursts.
What's Ralph gonna do with his day?
Indeed. I suppose make sure there's a relatively clean area of the barn, and then just enjoy the fresh air and the atmosphere. Could probably take a look at the canyon, but I don't think he'd be into revisiting it and all that.
That's fair.
There's nothing really to discover.
Well, you remember the Mareep and the Pidgeys from your last visit here, Ralph?
Yeah.
Now they're demanding rides from you, because you're big. They want to feel tall. And also, three of the Pidgeys start roosting on your shoulders and head.
Jokey Dad. Oh, hey. What if you got 100 Pidgeys and they all attached to my back and they all bombed someone with me?
You say this, and the Pidgeys are seriously considering attempting it. You can tell from the expressions in their beady eyes.
Don't hurt yourself. Now, maybe if you were Pidgeots, I'd say, hey, yeah, let's give it a try. But you're still just little Pidgeys. Don't hurt yourselves. I'm gonna waddle around and give you a ride.
But what if we could get 97 more of us? How can you count that high? I learned math.
Math is very useful. You should keep learning it. Maybe teach your friends.
I've tried, but they can't count higher than 5.
Step.
But that's how many orange berries we get every day.
Yeah, but if you could count higher, maybe you could get more. It's good motivation.
The two other Pidgey gasp as if they had never considered this possibility.
Well, they evolved a Pidgeot then tried. I guess that would require a smaller number of them to carry Ralph at that point.
Well, at least they aren't Fearow. Then Ralph might have something to fear. Brooke looks at a spot on the ground where he remembers Lizard laying. He touches the ground softly before looking at the crumbled entrance. He doesn't say much of anything as he sits down.
Tucker sits next to him. There's not really... Both of them, neither of them really have any words to exchange. They both clearly have the same thoughts, though.
A soft breeze runs its way through the canyon. And the warm light of the sun casts shadows between the crevices. Tucker, you feel a connection to this place. It's not entirely pleasant, given the memories associated with it. What you remember. But if you close your eyes and concentrate, you can almost envision the tether that binds you here. Just like all your friends who are here.
He does close his eyes. Even if it's not exactly a positive connection, he still is willing to accept it and, well, pay some reference to the situation. So he does embrace that connection.
It's a painful memory, but an important one.
Though the situation was quite dire in a lot of ways, and how things are resolved was definitely not resolved to the best. It was a learning experience for Tucker. About how things can't always be black and white or easily solved.
Regret is a funny thing, Tucker. Brooke says after a while. I don't feel particularly responsible for what happened, or even that I could have done anything different. But it's hard to ignore this place now, huh?
Tucker nods to that.
I don't know how responsible I do or don't feel. I know I do at least some. But I also know that there wasn't a whole lot we could do different.
He just kind of sighs.
I guess that's how life works sometimes, though.
About time to remind people about stretch and hydration again.
Yes, indeed.
After a pause, though, Tucker will kind of cast his gaze momentarily towards, well, the direction that they're going, towards Sea Spray.
This isn't even the only situation in which, well, we solved a problem, but at what cost? At least some situations, maybe we can still help them.
It's fairly obvious he's talking about the shaman.
I was just a dumb Tadadile who thought he knew everything about how this world worked. I guess I mostly just regret not realizing how meaningless my mindset made everyone that sacrificed themselves, only for me to make it out alive.
Tucker puts a forepaw on Brooke's shoulder for a moment.
I knew that I never knew everything, but I still made assumptions too. I just wanted to help everyone. but I see now that that's not so simple.
There are words unspoken, but they reverberate in Brook. A remark by augmentation. Growth is the mark of kings. Burke smiles at Tucker. At least you tried. And maybe the trying makes the failures feel that much sharper. You should not regret it.
You. We, really. Tucker reminds. I might have regrets, and I might feel bad about some things that happened here and there, and this is definitely one of them. But at least it does teach us. I think at times we only played being a team and didn't take it seriously enough. But we're getting better about that now. Tucker kind of pats Brooke's shoulder a bit more. You don't regret it either, okay? And that's the only way this can work. As a team. We gotta move forward together.
Did I lose connection?
No,
No,
I
no.
don't think so.
I think we're just having a quiet moment.
Ah, it's a moment of silence. Very sad, but really cool moment.
Poignant, I think, is the best word.
Yes. Rick looks at Tucker and chuckles. You've matured a lot, Tuck. He glances at a broken statue. Growth is the mark of kings, is it? I don't need to be royalty. But I'm sure as heck going to be a leader. Brooke leans back, just taking in the sight.
Those words were only for Brooke, right?
Well, Augmentation said yes, but that doesn't mean Brooke didn't say that out loud.
I mean, he just did now, but when earlier you typed, was that...
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Tucker smiles just a little bit.
I don't always feel that's true. But thank you, Brooke. I'm trying my best. But I'm still a kid, too. Like Pangaro pointed out. I think gotta learn how to balance the two.
He looks thoughtful for a moment as Brooke talks about that.
The Mark of Kings? Well, I don't know where that came from, but I think that's a true statement all the same.
He stands as well, and kind of stretches, getting himself back into form and psyching himself back up a little bit. He boops Brooke on the belly.
And don't be silly. You've already been a leader. You're just constantly improving on that.
He kind of wags his tail. And a comment. Oh, go ahead.
I was saying I got yummy cookies.
Cookies. Oh no!
Do you accept?
I mean, it's good that you have cookies, but that's not what I'm saying. It's good that you have cookies, but Karserus disappeared at the same time you're saying that.
Well,
He disappeared. He's gonna go steal your cookies. He's
no!
He's traveling over there.
Yeah, Kyrie, if you're typing stuff, you might want to put it in a notepad.
I could read it off. While you get reconnected.
Oh,
It's all
did he?
good.
Aw,
You're
no.
yeah, you're the only one that disconnected, Car. At least for
Darn it.
I think I don't see any other issues. But I'll read it off. Brooke waves dismissively. All right, I'll take the compliment. You should get some rest. I'm just gonna hang here for a bit longer. Tucker would nod.
Well, I do gotta wrangle some sheep, I suppose. Take it easy, Brooke, and we're together, okay?
He kind of gives one more kind of does a full canid friendly side nuzzle to Brooke's side as he gets up and steps away. Here for team cheer, Brooke says, grinning.
Yeah, for team cheer.
Tucker responds.
Thank you for doing the read-off.
You're welcome. Wonder what happened there.
I don't know.
Hey, Charem, how old is Tucker? I believe 12. In human years, I suppose, but his age as a Pokemon might be different. Turning into a Pokemon may, in fact, change a few things about you. But I suppose the mentality stays about the same.
Yes.
Yummy. Your pumpkin spice Oreos.
Well, tasty pumpkin spice cookies. I have cinnamon scones. In any case, under the assumption your moment is done for now, when you get back to the ranch, you have your duties if you choose to, quote-unquote, work your way for the night.
Mm-hmm.
Tucker, with all that you've learned, it's not terribly hard to herd the Mareep.
Yeah, it's kind of
If
clear
you
he has fun with it, too.
Go ahead and roll a, you can either do tough, cool, or smart, and then contest, and then perform. To do your best herdier impression.
Cool, because he's gonna be... Alright, I thought. So, a contest to perform? Alright. 3, 1, 2. See how he does. And if you didn't catch that, Brooke's gonna be staying at the... Oh, come on. Why is it always the large rolls that suck for me?
It's okay. So long as you didn't roll a 0, you were gonna do just fine.
Tucker may be a little... is kind of agreeing with this whole herding thing. He hasn't done it a whole bunch, to be fair. But he's yapping. Like,
Come on, get over there. Go.
and he's like being kind of cool and yapping. Kind of half talking, half barking.
The Mareep remember who you are. So, they know you're all bark and no bite. They still go through with it, because they're used to it. It's the Wooloo that are the problem.
Were there Wooloo last time? I can't remember.
Nope.
They're new.
Wooloo didn't exist by the time we got here.
Oh, that's true. Huh. That's how long ago it was.
Yes. I'm surprised I
How
even
about
remembered
that?
that they were pitchy.
Oh, wow.
What are the Wooloo do then? Do they just ignore?
Mostly. You have to be slightly more aggressive with them.
Yeah, that's right. The game came out while we were in Sea Spray, didn't it?
I believe so.
That makes sense.
Yeah, because a few of the custom gladiators we fought were Sun Moon, or not Sun Moon.
Yeah, there were
Sword
some.
Shield Pokemon.
Oh yeah.
There were some
Sword
Pokemon
Shield.
in there.
Yeah,
there
yeah,
may
but
have
I
been
meant to say,
some-
Sword
He meant
Shield.
Sword Shield.
I believe somebody
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, we
apply
fought
to
a.
Spoken.
I thought we fought a Surfetch.
Maybe.
Yeah,
I
something
believe.
like that.
No, I think you're right. So is Brooke going to stay and reminisce at the Alcazar until it's time for bed? Or are there other things in mind?
While he responds to that, I'd like to point something out. I switched your card over, Tubby, because we hadn't actually done that. This one over here. And I just remembered, it's worth pointing out that while a lot of Pokemon, when they evolve, they have the same moves, more or less, they can learn on their card. Snorlax and Munchlax have hugely different movesets. So your movesets, as far as what you can learn, is now a lot different.
Yes, that's something I took note of. That's part of the reason I held off evolving. I wanted to get some get certain moves.
Yeah.
Over there.
Yep,
Before you
things
lost
like
track.
stockpile and swallow.
Stockpile and swallow are, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that changes between these two. Not everything, but a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah. I bet Snorlax can't learn to belt. I was like low-key thinking about that, but not super seriously.
That is odd. But they can explode, so that's one thing Snorlax can do.
Yeah, that thing he has yet to get on Metronome.
You know, now you instead of getting on metronome, you
Oh,
just get it
That's the opposite of belt. I just hold in. I just keep belting and I hold it in.
Oh gosh, it's Tribal Hunter all over again. In any case, Brooke returns after a couple of hours. But after your daily duties are done, you get the chance to rest. And it's uneventful. Peaceful.
Nice. I'll sleep on my back in case anyone wants to use my belly as a bed.
Florence does.
Nice.
Mostly because it's comfier than using the wool blanket. Poke, poke, poke,
Except
poke,
he's
poke.
smiling.
Yeah. Turn that friend upside down.
In the morning, as seems to be customary, Mudbray sends you all off after a hearty breakfast.
Fair enough.
Tells you all not to be strangers. Come back anytime you feel like it, whether you're traveling or visiting. And hopefully some of his infectious cheer reaches, well, team cheer. Libet certainly seems to be looking better this morning, at least, now that they've had more adventure away from home.
If Mudbray's full of cheer, he could be added to the team. He could be Team Grandpa.
Oh no. Now, we can go to Music 30. At last, we return!
So our trek is uneventful between locations. Good.
Yes. Another day and a half, and you make it to Sea Spray.
We've learned how to not engage the exploding turtles. To be fair, it's not that hard once you understand, but...
You are of a large enough and strong enough group that nothing in the canyon threatens you. Even if Noibat does try to pick a fight at least once with an exploding turtle.
Oh yeah, that's right. I just remembered. Hold on. Didn't I? Yeah, that's right. What was our discussion? Real fast. What was our discussion on the version 2 music? That we're going to use it for other things?
Was there a version 2 for Sea Spray?
Yeah, I found a song that was really nice, and I was... Oh, okay.
Oh, was it already added?
No, I hadn't added it yet, actually.
Oh, okay. I do not remember.
Well, the table died, so I'll share it with you as I fix that.
Oh no!
Snap.
Darn it!
I just dropped it to you. You can tell me if you'd rather that be used, if so I can finagle something. Or we could just use the original. It's really up to you. I think the idea was that we could share that, use that for some other town, or if Sea Spray had a major change up or something. I don't remember though. I know we discussed it. We had a music discussion over it. But...
Oh, right. No, yeah, this is totally fine to use for Sea Spray. We don't have to use it now.
Annoyingly, I didn't really save the... Oh, hold on, actually. Maybe there's an autosave I can load. Autosave. Yeah, autosave. Autosave. Yeah, this looks fine. Alright. Seems close enough to where we were. Okay. Hooray! Steam... or what is it again? Just Steam... stuff? I don't really remember what causes that. But anyways, re-invited.
Yeah.
So
You know,
you
the
guys,
chief
assuming
reads-
you guys can join. Anyways.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
You know the chief reason I didn't take immunity is role play reason. Even though game mechanics wise it might be the better choice, I feel like immunity would make would make Ralph unable to get drunk, or it'd be very very difficult.
It would.
Anyways, what do you want me to play? Would you prefer the original, or would you prefer me to finagle in the new one?
Let's just do the original for now. It's
Okay.
less work, and
Yeah.
we're minor spoilers. You're probably not going to be in Sea Spray long.
Okay, fair enough. Let's use the original then. I have no issue with the original song. I was just curious. All right, there we go. So yeah, while I activated the feed, the animation feed, table just frickin' died. Steam disconnect, usual fucking thing that can happen on Wednesdays because Steam doesn't know how to frickin'. Like, seriously, dude, you have multiple servers. Just shut down a few at a time so you don't have to disconnect people. I don't know.
That
Like,
might actually be what's
redirect
going
people
on.
to redirect people to other servers. I don't know. Crazy, you know? I don't know. Or just, yeah, notifications. Also,
It may just
it's also like a personal hosting because I don't even know why it disconnects in the way.
well, it may be that they do that, which is why we get disconnected one at a time.
Maybe.
In any case, you make it back to the hustle and bustle of Sea Spray. And it's exactly like you remember it being. The sun is out and shining. You can feel the breeze from the ocean. Smell the salt in the air. It's noisy, which, of course, Florence doesn't seem to mind, but Noibat has decided to perch atop Tucker and just faceplant into the fluff.
Tucker allows this. He knows he has good fluff.
They couldn't do this last time. Florence was laughing too much. Well, they're not. Florence turns to look at you, all arms outstretched. Where is it we happen to be going?
Tucker would perk up and mention,
Well, I guess there's a few things we could do in town, but first off, we need to see what Articuno told us about. And visit LOKTHORI at the library, I believe.
he checks the rest of his team to see what they want to do first.
Yeah, that sounds great. I really should take more notes, he muses. But yeah, that sounds great. Oh, don't you worry, since Cyberwolf. There was technical difficulties before we were before the stream even.
Oh, that was minor, but yeah. Tucker uses for a moment and does express,
I guess we should worry about accommodations, too, but we can figure that out later.
Please, later. Quiet place now. As Noibat lifts their head very briefly, only to flump it back into Tucker Floof.
He went back in C-Spray for a whole season. For the next 20 seconds. Maybe it's only gonna be 10 this time.
Florence shrugs a bit helplessly. It was like this last time. Well, I can barely take any noise at all.
It is pretty loud. I don't think I've been to such populated places that often. Last time I was here, it took me a while to get used to.
Yep, there goes Tubby.
Alright, you know what? Preemptive table save.
Yeah. Oh, it did. It's my turn.
I guess everybody's getting a turn, though, yeah.
Burke still has a bit of a scowl as he enters Sea-Spray, but he doesn't remark about it directly. I agree that it's noisy. Let's go to the library. At least there people are supposed to shut up.
Tucker kind of chuckles a little bit.
I guess some of us handle a busy environment better than others, so.
Oh yeah, I think my memories are back enough that I pretty much know for sure that I used to live in a place like this.
Yep. I don't know if that makes you comfortable or uncomfortable.
I mean, I feel like it would, because minor spoilers, he was born in a town somewhat like this. So I feel like he'd be used to it and comfortable with it.
Though, one difficulty, with Ralph now being in a bigger size, would he find the busyness to be a little bit more of a oops, have to avoid shoulder checking people situation?
No. A Snorlax is something everyone can see unless they're just blatantly being oblivious. So,
Nice. So maybe fewer people bump into me now.
So now you're a decent part of the crowd.
Yeah, as you all are walking through the town, which, by the way, for some reason Florence has decided to take point, and he is just chatting away casually because he can. But, like, he makes sure that Ralph is right behind him, so the crowd just sort of parts ways around you all.
This works.
It's kind of great.
This is convenient.
And hey, no jerk Lucario on a hoverboard.
Good.
Yeah, I'd like to see him try to be a jerk now. Damn, awesome.
But, of course, as soon as you reach the library, the first thing Florence does is, "Oi, librarian!" and then just a paw to his face. You realize you're supposed to be quiet in places of reading, right? Oh, where's the fun in that? You know there's such a thing as sheet music, eh? Which I don't have here. Why are you back in town so soon, Bard? Oh, is that any way to treat an old friend? Florence grins, shuffling aside to help let you guys in, which causes the LOKTHORI to look upon you with some surprise. Oh. Your rise as acquaintances. I wasn't expecting you.
Hello again, LOKTHORI.
Yeah, and we're more than acquaintances. We're, one of the top exploration teams from Svantown.
I'm
As
aware.
I adjust my tie, that's probably looks a lot shorter on the Snorlax, but...
Oh, you're still wearing that?
I'm aware.
Imagine I would.
LOKTHORI turns to look at Ralph with that piercing stare. You happen to have evolved in a most interesting direction. Subordinates might be most accurate, Brooke says with a chuckle.
I would think, well, more like knights, but not the goofy guys who live north of us. But they are pretty cool too. Cutting up now.
Team Gallant is merely doing what they believe is best. Luxray glances at Noibat, who is still perched on Tucker's back, by the way, but doesn't really remark on them. May I ask why you're here? If you're here for books, I can of course accommodate you.
Wait, let me check. Dang it. Alright, yeah, Kyrio is typing, so we will let the leader.
I'm just letting the librarian just sort of doing the pause talk thing.
That being
just
said,
a little bit.
Ralph did bring something that might be beneficial to look through books about. He might have a side goal here, is what I'm saying.
Oh, wait, no, I remember this. I believe Ralph did check for other world map books before.
Did he?
And did not find any.
Okay. I couldn't remember if he did or not, honestly. I don't remember all the library parts. I just remember that Tucker was the first to visit the library, I think it was.
Yes.
And he hung out there for a while.
I don't
and
believe
looked at
the
a book
others
that
really...
involved a tale of the original Team Pioneer.
Yes, you did. And you found a copy that technically you weren't supposed to be reading. Which, I mean, it was fine. But, anyway. Though if you're here for my daughters, I'm afraid they're not present. We're sort of here on our own. A little separately from the Pioneer Club. So I guess they wouldn't have sent word ahead or anything, Brooke says. Do you know anything about the shaman that was hurt from that incident a few months ago? I'm aware of them. They're undergoing treatment, but no recovery methods have worked. That said, it's not really a physical ailment, is it?
Tucker shakes his head.
No. We don't really know the details, but it's definitely deeper than that.
So,
if you check Tucker's sheet, the description helps a bit on that. I was looking. I knew I wrote it down somewhere.
Yeah. Specifically,
as far as it looks here, Articuno mentioned that specifically that Luxray was part of a group.
yes, that they were part of the Archivists, who knew a way to reach a psychic type or psychic types who might be able to help heal the shaman's mind. Florence begins to just sort of idly strum on his chest, drawing a annoyed look from Luxray.
Don't make us just do it.
Also, I will note that technically Tucker could speak up here. It was something that was quite on his mind too, if that helps you at all, Kyrio. I realize that making you say everything is a chore, so.
Well, I guess I'll cut to the chase. We met Articuno on Mount Shiver. Brooke says, such is the burden of leadership. It is!
It's true.
They mentioned that you might know someone who could heal a broken mind, and we'd really like to help them out.
Tucker chimes in alongside that and says,
They mentioned something about the Archivists, I think was the word.
Luxray's expression drops. He frowns and presses past you to the door and flips the sign to one that says closed with his paw. Of course they would be meddling. They're legendary. Make yourselves comfortable, I suppose, as they begin drawing curtains over the windows.
Ralph will just sit.
There's a soft thud.
Tucker will slightly more daintily sit himself, kind of wondering just what they have gotten themselves into here.
Brooke looks around with a bit of curiosity, but finds a seat. The seats here, by the way, have cushions. They are nice.
Ooh.
Pardon me while I look through events.
Sure. I wish I could have put a blinder right over the tablet for the screen. Or like, I wish I could somehow blank out the tablet display on stream so that I never have any music spoilers visible. That'd be great.
This is appropriately titled.
Alright, events 1 or 2. Or wait, is there an events
Events 2, number 49.
Yeah, there is.
There
Okay.
may have been something specific for this. Oh wait, I think I know what this is for, but I'll use it for this too.
I mean, just because I have a specific idea for song doesn't mean it can't be used elsewhere. Such
but
is
I
the nature. Yeah.
I
Oh.
remember who this is for, but this also works here.
You said 49? Let me see.
Yes.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, actually, that kind of makes sense, though, in a way, too. I think your choice is good.
Yes. So once the curtains are drawn, Luxray seats himself where he can see all of you. It is true. My clan are known as the Archivists. Technically, you could say that I'm not one anymore, or that I'm wayward. I'm surprised none of you questioned how I know so much about everything going on around the continent. But the simple fact of the matter is that's my job. We archivists collect information. We store it, we sort it, all for the library. Not this one, of course. What you're asking is unorthodox. I can take you there, but we would need passage. The library is a continent away and has no doors on its tower.
Tucker notes that for a moment and says,
No doors. How's one supposed to get in?
Well, I suppose if a Pokemon knows teleport, there's no such thing as a locked door.
Smart. I guess your evolution did that to you. That's one way. But of course, none of you have been there, and I don't know teleport. Nor would I be inclined to teleport you all with me.
And of course, you can always make a door, that's an option. Might be a little rough around the edges, but...
I wouldn't suggest it. Many have tried, and every single one has failed. We've run into a lot of weird stuff. Practically every mysterious Pokemon we've met seems to know we're former humans. So someone who knows too much is hard to consider novel, I guess, Brooke says. Well, that's what happens when you deal with former humans. And those that know about former humans. And legendaries. It's almost disheartening to know that every secret will be unearthed one day. But not today. In order to get to the tower, we would need to take the Dragon's Path. Luxray turns his head, looking at Tucker, or more specifically, at Noibat. We would need someone who can take us there. And it just so happens that you have someone who can. Useful, considering the only path I know is a continent away.
Tucker kind of swivels his head a little bit to look back at Noibat, giving a curious look to the bat.
I don't want to uncover any secrets or anything. I just want to write something that went wrong, Brooke says. And find the people responsible. And, well, I haven't gotten that far.
Tucker nods along that and says,
Yeah, this is to fix a mess that we couldn't completely clean up.
I think you're mistaken, Mr. Luxray. I don't know about any path. Well, it's not necessarily that you know about one. It's that you can take us through it. As an archivist, I have permission to go through. But without a dragon's permission, most are barred from the paths. There's a sort of agreement between the library and the dragons. That's why the archivists and those who call the library home are able to go through. There's restrictions, of course, but it keeps the library safe. Let Brooke type.
this is fair. Tucker muses for a second.
It sounds like there's a lot to protect in there.
A dragon's path needs a dragon type, Brooke says. Makes sense to me, but you say it's on another continent? That seems like a bigger issue. Oh, aye. Path he's talking about probably is on the Mist Continent. But I'm betting you're thinking about something here, ain't ya? Thorin steps forward, strumming along his chest. Indeed. Entrances to the Dragon's Path are marked by graveyards. Specifically, ceremonial grave sites guarded by dragons. One of your ancestors, Luxray adjusts his head to look at Noibat again, likely guarded one of these grave sites. You're native to the continent, aren't you? I am, but I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know anything about that. You wouldn't? But I would.
You what?
It's for me to know stories, ain't it, little friend? And after all, if I didn't know, I'm betting that fuzzy light bulb over there would know. Your vote of confidence is annoying. But it is true. There just so happens to be a graveyard of dragon-type bones. It's up the coast, closer to the Cinderfall Forest. Given its location, it likely was once guarded by an Oiver.
Ralph nodding the whole time, taking the information.
Meanwhile, Tucker is kind of just examining Noibat a bit. Kind of pondering.
You didn't know much about your origins, huh?
Oh, no. I'm an orphan. Rice took me in. I just wish they had more faith in me. You really shouldn't be too disheartened. Rise is just protective of you. Just like I'm protective of my daughters. It's part of the reason I'm not really an archivist anymore. But considering the profession that they find themselves in, I suppose it can't hurt me to shut down the shop a while.
Tucker bows a little bit.
Thank you for helping. It will, well, hopefully save a Pokemon's mind.
Seems like we're going to need your help, Noibat, Brooke says. No, I don't want to push you into anything weird, so you don't have to answer right away. But we can probably find another dragon type if we need to. But if you do choose to go with us, things will certainly happen to you.
Tucker adds on to that.
And we'll definitely put our faith into you to help us through this, if you want to.
Of course I'm going! I didn't come all this way just to back down now. Noibat squeaks, seeming indignant. I might not know a lot about my family, but maybe I can learn. Maybe doing this, I can get stronger. Maybe. But you're all going to certainly learn quite a lot. More than most Pokemon are allowed. Ralph, could you lock the shop for me? I don't exactly have opposable thumbs.
Yes, of course.
Good.
And he'll go to lock it with a nice click.
Well, when he means when you guys leave.
Just lock us in right now, please. Thank you.
He totally does.
just
Like,
too
well,
receptive and just does it before.
I mean, I imagine
proud
Ralph
of
does
himself.
Ralph does it, looks super proud, and Luxray is like, I meant when we leave.
Go. Okay, good. Now we can practice run.
And I'm imagining just... Oh, gosh.
I wonder. Oh, never mind.
Considering you came all the way here, I might as well not waste your time. We can leave right away.
I unlocked the door so we can leave.
Lock the door so we can leave! Instead of let me in, it's let me out. Let me out. Let me out!
I don't know. It was locked the door. Yeah, very cool. Oh man, I could theoretically I can lock almost any door, even if it don't have a lock on it. All I have to do is sit next to it.
I guess so.
Do as Snorlax do. Block the road! You want me to move? Feed me, Seymour!
Or just play a flute for some reason. I don't know. That'll work too.
I'm scared if someone plays a if someone plays a poke flute, I just inexplicably walk
You
like
start
away
moving.
from wherever I was. Yeah, I just start dancing.
Like Pied Piper.
Oh gosh. Alright. Lead the way, Brooke says. And, oh, thanks for hearing us out. I don't know why I'm doing this, if I'm being honest. Technically speaking, I shouldn't be. But I'm interested in seeing how this plays out. After all, maybe I can find something that helps my daughter. And Luxray goes to leave. As soon as he's outside, looks back at Ralph. Okay, now you can lock the door after everyone else is out of my shop.
And after they all are, we'll log it and we'll give a big thumbs up.
Tucker would notably cock his head when Luxray mentions something to help his daughter, though he doesn't press.
Well, we seem to be in the business of making interesting things happen, Burke says with a wink to Florence. Florence winks back. Oh, aye. Sounds like me, except I have a habit of being where interesting things occur. Makes for the very best stories. You understand? By the way, you're not getting paid for this one. After all, I get to bear witness firsthand. And then he just starts... Sorry?
Yeah, fair enough.
And he just starts humming to himself as he strums along.
Well, he is personally putting in the work for this story, so it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, I'm thinking of the Family Guy joke now where they, like, encountered the dude on the piano who starts singing everything they do.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Let's see. Did we have... Oh, I bet it's in Dungeons.
Of course, feel free to ask if you're having trouble finding it.
Never object to having a level 40 mentor character on a level 12 quest. I mean, that's fair. As you all go to leave, LOKTHORI starts leading you through Sea Spray, but definitely away from the Rusted Canyon. Specifically, he says you'll be skirting along the coast by the Rusted Canyon and going west. And it'll take you 2 days, but he's confident that you all won't have any problem with the supplies that Florence has procured. And Florence is just grinning to himself, and Noibat finally asks, "So how much of that did you steal from Blaze?" "Far too much!" You can almost hear the screaming.
Yeah, I'm sure you won't mind. You guys hear that?
There we go. So we are moving along the coast westward. Okay. Neat.
Yes. Dang it, why is the tablet gone weird?
Oh, it seems... I don't know. What's it doing? Ignoring your inputs? Not being clickable?
A bit?
Here, let me try something. Will this, maybe, does this give you a prompt? This might reset your tablet if I do this. If I just click a new page. And
Oh
if you
no, because I told it to not.
Oh, okay.
Not, at least with you. Oh, I guess we didn't really have a thing for something like this.
You could always just
Well, now
tell
it fixed itself.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, you could always throw me a telegram message or something if you want to ask, like, for something. Or...
It's fine.
Yeah.
I'll stay on this one for now.
Okay.
I thought maybe we had a thing, but no, the thing I'm looking at is for just a bit further.
Okay.
But yes, it does take a few days skirting along the coast. But you get an interesting view and atmosphere that you didn't get before. Not from Sea Spray. Walking along the rocky and sandy coasts of this continent, feeling the cooling breeze blowing in from the ocean, the sunrise, the sunset, and even the moonlight when you choose to travel by it, casting the environment in these different atmospheres. You notice that, for the most part, Noibat does try to be self-sufficient and not rely on Florence, but needs help, which LOKTHORI seems to give with an almost casually logical way. Like, they will see Noibat struggling, say, to, like, open a clam pearl, and LOKTHORI will just zap it and keep walking. Not that Florence is stingy with handing out food, but, you know, Noibat is being stubborn.
Tucker would also offer assistance to Noibat, but knows that Noibat wants to try to do as much as he can on his own.
On the second day, you start to ascend up a rocky path, further and further, and the winds start to pick up as they come in from the ocean. And if you look out into the distance, you can see what looks to be a storm coming in. And you notice that as you ascend, and it gets later and darker, there's these little glowing cinders that occasionally float in on the wind down the mountainside. Should have gone to the beach first, Burke mutters to himself.
That is notable, though. Since we're traveling the coastline, is there beaches alongside us, or is it more cliff-based? I assume cliff-based as we climb.
During the first day or so, it's mostly beach. It's a bit rockier, though, when you're moving around the Rusty Canyon, because of the way it works.
Yeah.
But there is beach, and if Burke does try during the first day, he is able to get fish Pokemon as food. It's not hard to catch Goldeen when you dive in with a face full of teeth. But it's the second day where it becomes more and more cliff, and then you move up beyond the waters into the mountains. It's dark, and the moon begins to rise as you round a rocky, jagged bend and see the first ivory bone. It's long and thin and seems to make a sort of makeshift archway over you as you pass under it. Ralph almost needs to duck. But as you turn, you find a cavern that's full of these bones, some embedded in the walls of the mountain, but most of them look as though they are lain with care, or were from Pokemon that decided to position themselves very specifically in their final moments. The air seems to thrum with power. Noibat is shivering and sort of hiding behind Burke by being perched on his tail. Here. Luxray pauses at the entrance to this cavern. The entrance is here. One of many. Makes you feel a little small, huh? Burke asks Noibat, looking at the large bones. Yeah, well, when you're my size, everything makes you feel small. Except durians. You'll grow, Burke says.
Yeah, I would imagine Joltex also don't make you feel small.
Practically Joltex-sized. One day you'll learn that size doesn't matter. Or strength. But I suppose I can't blame a dragon type for being obsessed with strength.
Tucker's quiet for most of the conversation. He's mostly noting the bones, and indeed even the smell of the area just has a strength to it. He's careful not to disturb the bones. You can tell they're there for a reason, though he's not quite sure why.
Your respect is appreciated. Luxray pointedly looks at Florence, who looks like he's about to go poking skeletons.
Oh yeah, even Ralph knows not to.
The talk stops as soon as he realizes he's being stared at and just, does that innocent whistle thing. You don't need to be big or powerful to do some serious harm, Brooke says nonchalantly. Indeed.
Oh yeah, poison types know that all well.
Yeah, well, it's hard to do some big, serious harm at this size. And he just squeaks. And it echoes. And then there seems to be almost a resonance with the thrumming of this chamber. For about a moment. Luxray pads around some of the bones and moves into the center of the chamber and sits there. In the floor, you can see a profile of a massive skeleton curled in on itself, of some ancient dragon Pokemon. Embedded there, foundation and flooring. The dragon's path runs through every land, and it's at places like this, the entrances and exits, that dragons guard them and make their homes. It's also why they choose to die here. It wards off the weak and the cowardly, and it serves to further concentrate their strength.
So this place is connected to all the other continents?
It is. But it's not as simple as just teleporting wherever you want. You'll understand when we enter.
Okie dokie.
You say dragons guard this place, Brooke says. So where are the guardians here? Probably inside. The external guardians usually live in this land. It doesn't matter if they're fair, wild, or civilized. Generally speaking, they wouldn't share these locations with others. It was by chance I happened to receive this information. If I had to hazard a guess, it probably came from this Noibat's parent. But that's speculation.
Are there any external guardians here anymore?
It doesn't appear so. Otherwise, we would have been set upon already. We're twice as lucky, Brooke says. What next? Next? Next, Noibat has to let us in. How do I do that? I'm not sure what dragon types do normally. And since you are unversed...
Try just march. I'd say try marching up to that door question mark, and he says door question mark, and you tell it, hey. You look it right in the eyes and say, hey, do let me in.
Ask nicely, Brooke suggests.
No, ask assertively like a dragon.
Noibat flutters closer as LOKTHORI beckons them. Open up! Please? I demand it! And they have their wings spread. They look around. A minute passes. Nothing happens. Oh, I thought that would work.
Tucker pauses a moment. What's that?
Nope, go on.
Okay. Tucker pauses a moment, staring rather intently at the largest skeleton in the room.
I'm no dragon type, obviously. But I can tell that there's connection here. The power in... I can't quite pick up on it, but... I'd say you probably need to connect with that. But I don't know how. Maybe I could help? I mean, I don't know either, but... Connection is something that I've started to learn. Here.
And he kind of offers his paw for Noibat to perch on, if Noibat decides to.
LOKTHORI tilts his head and watches as Noibat goes to perch on your paw.
Tucker concentrates for a moment. And he will use... He grips the ground of his other forepaw a bit tighter. And he will use sympathy.
Alright, go ahead and roll it.
Two is my number today. Got it.
Ralph. The curse of two. Ralph.
I can inflict him with luck.
Inflict? What?
Is that what you're like going for? Or are you calling my name in character?
Ralph, you have the hat.
Yeah. I shall infect
What are these words you're using? Inflict, infect, like what?
yes,
Demolish, malice.
I shall infect you with luck rusts.
Okay.
Oh gosh, like Pokerus, but luck.
All right. Tucker, on his first attempt, he attempts to form a connection with both Noibat and the very room they're in.
You're not burdened with good fortune.
He struggles, though. Normally, he only tries to connect with one thing. But right now,
recoil.
right now, Tucker is attempting to conduit two things. So he doesn't quite fill it, and neither does Noibat, likely. But he tries again.
Yeah, why not? I won't even make you roll for bravado, or not.
Okay. The lucky hat just lets me reroll, right?
Yeah, the lucky hat will let you reroll, and you can add 2 dice due to bravado.
Bravado. Okay.
You're out of
and then
time.
everybody's working with me then.
Yeah.
This time Tucker really does concentrate. And while... Go ahead.
Even Florence goes quiet, watching you try and concentrate. All of you working together, even if it's not exactly overt. Brooke lays a hand on Tucker.
It might not be a complicated set of movements that Tucker is doing, but he is very clearly tensed and concentrating very hard.
As you try to form this connection between Noibat and this place of power, you sense something immense beneath your feet. A low thrumming through your bones. And you realize it's very similar to a heartbeat.
Unconsciously, Tucker's tail sways to it.
LOKTHORI's eyes widen and he begins to move forward as Noibat starts to glow. And he seems about to say something, and there's a flash, and a sound not unlike a crack, like potware shattering. We can stop music until I move to the next one.
Okay.
Should be Dungeons 3, number 4.
Do you want to use them immediately?
Do I want to use the what?
Are we using the music immediately, or is there a pause?
Immediately.
Okay.
All is black for a moment. And as your eyes adjust, you find yourselves in a vast cavern, lined with bones of all kinds from dragons. Some peering through the earth, some just barely jutting, others on full display. But the cavern itself seems enclosed. But as you look around, you will notice that on the floor is the same skeleton as before, but you're on its reverse side. And burning, with a lavender light, are swirling runes across its bones that slowly dim.
Ooh, are they readable in any way? Or do they look completely different from anything we've seen so far?
They are utterly different from anything you've seen so far. And they're fading just a bit too fast for you to actually start reading them. And when they fade, they do not appear to actually be scrolled on the bones themselves.
They're not like embedded or embossed on there. Darn. That is interesting. Too bad this character doesn't have keen mind and can like snapshot memorize things.
Tucker, notably, doesn't immediately notice what has transpired. He still has his eyes shut tight, but he finally exhales and half staggers to the floor before correcting himself. He blinks and looks around. Not saying anything, just looking.
Well, too late now. Noibat, by the way, is just flopped on the floor. They have the swirly eyes going.
When Tucker orients himself enough, he's going to scoop Noibat up onto his back.
Noibat shakes their head, ears flopping. I'm okay. I'm okay. I think we short-circuited another ancient ritual, Brooke says. Hope no one minds, he says to no one in particular. No, I think we did it just fine. I just forgot to tell you all something. Not to mention the fact that these powers of yours are He makes a bit of a face. I'm not sure if I could call them problematic. And Florence strums a moment, taking the moment. All the many paths that they ever paved, with claw and scale and steel darkened cave, many in might infernal divine, that be the dragon's way, that be also mine.
Ta-ta-ta.
Makes a bit more sense now. Of course, you knew that already, didn't you, Mr. Librarian? They were unsolicited, but we make do, Brooke says. Okay, that was fancy music, but where do we go now? We go to the council. And we hope they let us have passage. What do you mean? We can just go down one of these tunnels and find our way ourselves. You remember the way, don't you? Your mind's a steel trap. It's not exactly the same. The paths are winding. LOKTHORI begins to look around. The star shape on their tail lights up as they lift it in order to give some light to this cavern. I've been in a weird dimension under someone else's will. I'd rather have permission, Brooke says. Oh, I'm sure it was fine. Florence rolls his eyes, irreverent as ever.
Yeah, I think it would have been fine too. I think we would have found our way.
But
I was low-key thinking about how to do it anyway if they told us no.
But I'm a dragon. I say you have permission. That's not how it works, Libat. You aren't a guardian. And as if on cue, a rumbling roar is heard, echoing in the cavern. And you can spot a pair of large crimson eyes, not so far off in the dark.
Tucker considers that and expresses,
I'm guessing that simply getting here isn't enough.
Bureaucracy reigns yet again, Rook chuckles. Let's meet the bosses.
Yes, indeed. On that cue, I will. Yeah. In fact, I'll lay one hand out to Brooke. Yeah, all right, lead the way. Let's go shake hands with some dragons. As we're closing the gap. Okay, so like, should I be nonchalant with them, or like super reverent, or what?
Brooke begins by heading towards the light. In other words, the glowing eyes. They're dragons, so probably err on the side of sycophantic. As you approach Brooke, there's this thunderous, earth-shaking thud, and then another, and another. And into the light sphere being made by LOKTHORI's tail thunders a Karserus, already swinging at you. And now, A good time for our new player to pop in.
Dun dun dun!
Thanks for making it corny, Tubby. Never change.
No problem. No problem. That's what I do, man.
As I scream, "It is time" in the private chat.
As I realize suddenly that I don't have any models ready. So hold on.
That's okay.
Can you simply tell me what generation? Not for hackers.
Haxorus, I think, is from
5.
Black
But
and White.
what about
Their character 3.
Their characters from Gen 3.
thank you. Never gonna remember that.
Gen 3
what
is my
gen-
favorite gen.
I can remember Gen 1 too, but after that it's a toss up for me. Like which Pokemon comes from
Yeah.
where.
Yeah, kind of a toss-up as well. I remember most of 3 because Ruby Sapphire is my favorite.
I also don't know if they have permission to join
Hoenn
us
is my
in this
favorite
chat.
read.
Oh no! Look at that! Oh no! Watch out! It's Hexerus. He's right. It's there.
Oh no, he's a cube.
Oh no!
Oh no, they're so small! Tiny scree as they start stomping up to me.
That's a bit better. I can take a big. I don't even know how big Hexerus normally are, actually.
Oh, there we go.
Did I have to cry? Yes. Also, welcome, Hydra.
Yes. Everybody, please welcome the very, very, very patient Hydra to the game.
Hello,
And their lovely
ladies,
character.
gentlemen, and otherwise.
And their lovely character.
Who I still need to find.
Good to see you.
You have no idea how long I've been waiting to say that.
Exorus average is 5'11". Well, this is a big one.
I'm blanking. What's the Pokemon's name again?
Curlia.
Thank you. I don't know. I just always forget the name of this Pokemon, but I will remember it
That is
now.
okay.
There we go.
I was actually worried we wouldn't get to this before the end of the session.
Yeah, low-key. Same. Yeah, but here we
All right,
go.
Hydra, feel free to resize that actually on your own. Right-click and scale. I think you have the option. If you don't, tell me.
Rilla, Curly.
Looks like I can flip. Yep, I can scale it.
Okay. Wasn't sure if that required a promote. And also, I guess you'll be taking orange, so I'll make your little platform match, because why not at this point?
Yes, we can show the art now.
Yes, we
the
can.
lovely art.
Finally!
At last.
Show the mean variant too.
No,
Fine.
Hold on, I gotta sort this folder.
that can be shared later.
Do 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 do.
I think that's good enough for size. Not entirely sure.
That seems about right compared to everyone else, sort of.
Art time. There we go.
Oh yeah.
And we can get your stat sheet sorted.
Yes.
Whose last child is this?
Just copying this. It's
Well,
easier.
once we are a little more sorted.
100 points for that. For anyone who gets that one. I don't actually say that in character though, I was just saying it for the meme.
And indeed. Do you want to do the stat sheet at end of session? Or right now?
I can start working on it now while you guys are doing your thing.
That's fair, yeah.
The only thing I have to ask, assuming you have your stats available to you in some fashion,
Yeah.
is what are you doing to stop this Haxorus from attacking Brooke?
Oh, I had the perfect idea. Question: do I have my thing?
The orb?
Yes.
Yes, you have the
Okay,
orb.
great. 'Cause,
Default item.
the idea I had was sort of I teleport in front of Brooke
Oh.
and then surprise slam it in the face with the orb.
I am all for this!
In classic
Oh,
anime
shit,
fashion.
Is it like a... Oh, dude, this is gonna be great.
As an aside, I know very little about this character. I don't even know if you guys like stat in advance or anything. So
Oh,
I will
did
let you
this
guys.
on my own.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, the whole thing is statted in advance, move pool and all.
But I'll also get you a little. Oh, you know what? We don't have. Beerus went to bed, didn't he? This is
Yep.
inconvenient.
Oh no.
So
it's
now
okay.
that's inconvenient, but that's fine. That's
It can be done
understandable.
later.
Yeah.
What move are you using?
Unless another mod in the
Psychic?
chat wants to be an MVP right now.
Specifically the moves teleport and the item orb.
Oh, right. You are just using the orb for a regular attack.
As of right now, I believe that's all I can do.
I thought you were using it as a conduit for psychic or something. Because I thought you had that.
Oh, you know, I smell some tutorage in my future.
Perhaps.
Got you an avatar figured out too. Auto mod, you don't need to block the word sucker. What the dude?
Because it starts with suck.
I guess, but that's not a bad word.
Oh, yeah, you have psychic. So for now, you can just use psychic, but deal damage as if it were a physical.
Works for me.
So that's Dex Fight Channel. Don't roll a 1.
What's like? I still gotta put my fight on and my other stuff.
Dex Fight. I can always roll for you.
Oh, thank goodness
While
I
you're
did
doing
remove.
that.
I did remove the snap. No, I didn't remove this. If you have troubles with snap points, just let me know. Yeah, I thought so. Let me slowly get rid of those so they don't bother you. Feel free to keep working as I do this.
Excellent!
That's a 4.
Oh.
Oh yeah,
wait,
we gotta
what?
change the roller name.
Ah, yes,
That's
'cause I'm
fine.
still Riley.
We DPM.
There, that's the important ones. Or
The one on fight keeps stealing my channel point.
oh, let me. There we go. I'll just read. Oh, what the
Alright.
hell? That okay? I don't even know how that happened.
Special +2.
I'm slowly removing all snap points so they stop that stuff. Yeah, these
What?
were a good idea at one point, but a 0.
Well then.
Also, Akar, you could change the roller name by just changing the name of it, and I'll change the name it displays.
I have one Abraca hat left. So
Oh, right, you
we're
had
gonna
2
do that.
uses.
It helps that you're opening my one from each other. It
Well-
helps that
Well, I was gonna say like
Oh, that's
Like-
much better.
that's a rather reflexive action from you, considering this Pokemon showed up out of nowhere, and you want to lucky hat him. Got a good instinct.
I mean, why not?
I didn't interpret it as Ralph controlled the magic consciously.
Oh, really?
The
Interesting.
hat was just kind of lucky. Yeah, the hat was just kind of
Yeah.
inexplicably
Oh, fair
lucky.
enough. Fair enough then.
It is.
And Ralph isn't actually able to perceive when it procs.
Fair. And these should now be positionable easier.
So our dear newcomer teleports in front of Brooke and swings up what looks to be a metal orb, catching the Haxorus in the face and sending it reeling back a few steps.
Nothing personal, kid. Teleports in front of you.
Not teleports behind you, teleports in front.
I did have a move idea later on about teleporting behind people, but that's later.
Later. Ome wa shinderu.
Also, I can help you with moves. You just need to tell me which ones that you have. Because I copy the cards.
Okay. I have 7 moves in total.
Okay. I guess go by type first, because they're grouped in types.
Okay. First 2 will be normal, support.
Okay.
I think this, yeah, they're both support.
Yep. You have growl and double team.
Alright, 1 second. Can I copy it out there? I don't think I can. I'll just drink it out. It'd be nice if you could copy something while you're in the bag of it, so. Alright. Yes, bear with us, audience, as we organize a little bit. Obviously. Okay, growl and double team. I'll just give them all to you at the same time. So what's next?
Psychic.
Logical.
Specifically, in order. Alphabetical order.
Yes.
Calm Mind, Confusion, Heal Pulse, Psychic, and Teleport.
Okay. 1 moment. I need to put them back too, so.
I also have the distinct feeling I didn't give this character enough starting XP.
Maybe? I have no clue. This is what I calculated from the XP you gave me.
Correct.
Yeah,
I did not.
Didn't,
I do not think I gave you enough XP to be on par with everyone else.
Oh, yeah?
didn't we decide on like 300 though, or something?
I think I gave them like 200. That's fine. We can give you another 100 to do stuff with.
Hey, just at end of session, perhaps? Or
Yes, that'll be end of session.
that could just be, hey, you also get this other experience as a bonus. It's like,
Yay,
It's
I
like,
joined.
you get this other experience. In
It's
any
like,
case.
like when you.
Is that all of them? That's 7. I thought I heard there was 8 moves.
No,
there
7.
was 7, and then
Okay.
there's a custom card, but I don't think that's implemented yet.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll deal with the custom cards later.
Now I just
Okay.
need the ability.
Yes, which one?
Synchronize.
Okay.
Oh wow, this character would be really good in this party because they can synchronize with a party member and then Tucker can deal with all of it.
I actually don't know much about Synchronize. Let's look at it.
I believe it causes
If a flow inflicts
Stat-
the status conditions spoken with the same conditions inflicted on the foe, listens to me to the effect. Okay.
Yep.
As for the custom move card, I actually can quickly assemble a blank card with text on it. If you just give me a text log. I assume you have one.
That I don't have. Because
Oh.
I don't know
No,
what the stats
we
are.
didn't discuss the super specifics of it, which
Okay.
is my fault.
Oh, fair enough.
That is on me. That is on me.
Alright, well, we'll introduce it next session, I suppose, once you guys have it figured out.
Yes. The big custom thing is the orb.
Is the orb the move, technically?
It's a held item.
Okay. Orbs normally break after usage, so...
Well, it's not
This is
that
a
kind of
special
orb.
one.
It's special.
See my point. That's why I was definitely...
Viola orb.
Viola orb.
And you know what? For sanity's sake, also because I know it's getting a bit late for people, I got that reference. Let's do initiatives.
Haha, I did it first. Just shout me out.
I know, I was doing it last on purpose as a surprise.
I mean, your bottle already has the name. So. Oh, fair enough. Sorry about this spoiler, though. Initiative, yes.
So, Burke is 10. Ralph is 6.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's going to be
Tucker.
14.
Dex survival alert. Oh, first roll.
Oh, no, you only roll 1 die, and then you add the initiative number.
Oh, I thought it was Dex
Yes.
survival alert.
Everybody gets tripped up on that one, honestly. Yeah, you just roll a
Yeah,
single die and
it's-
add a number to it.
It is the one thing that is different.
All the reason I don't get tripped up on it is I wrote down the formula.
So,
So what do I add?
What are the stats it adds to the roll?
Dex, survival, athletic.
yeah,
Yeah. Wait. Really?
yeah?
Yeah, I'm pretty cool.
Because I have a +8, but I only have 6 points if that's the roll. Huh.
It must be something. In
Evasion?
any case,
Maybe?
it-
I don't know.
maybe.
Definitely say I have 2 points into it. I don't know which.
Oh, that might be it, actually.
Oh, actually, I didn't I have a card for that? Dex fight brawl? Yeah, it could have been that too. I have 2 points into brawl. Actually, that kind of makes sense. Dex fight brawl. I mean, I could always pull the book out. I just never know what page it's on.
I don't know where I got Dex survival alert then.
Dex survival alert is a score for something else. You probably just mixed it up, I think.
Hmm. 1 sec. Since we're getting to the end of the session here.
I'm gonna.
I don't
double-check
even
this
know if
for
I
you.
want battle music next time. The dungeon music is great.
Well, we don't usually. Actually, usually for battles in a dungeon, we just play the dungeon music. Speaking of which, this is a dungeon. You might want to look at the player mats and pick one, since we have them now. Session 92. We have to look up. We always do. I'm pretty sure somebody wrote down a formula on their thing at one point, but actually, hold on. Dex fight brawl.
Dex survival alert.
Dex survival alert. Well,
Yes, that is-
Ralph's got it correct. Dex survival alert. He has 5, so his is right. Dex survival
don't
alert. That would be 6 for Brooke. He has a 5, so actually his is wrong, or at least wasn't updated. I think. Dex survival alert for Tucker would be 8. Oh, okay, so the number is correct. Whether or not I calculated it correctly, it's still correct. So you can actually add 1 to your initiative, technically, Brooke. Yeah. And, okay, so it's Dex. Yeah, Dex. So Dex survival alert? Alright, then. Alright, then.
Excellent.
In that case, Rida has 5. Or rather, Mysterious
And-
Kyrio we don't know has 5.
And so, before we end the session, does our mysterious benefactor want to say cool intro thing? Or do you want to save it for next time?
I can say cool intro thing.
Okay. Oh, fuck! Brooke flinches, trailing off before blinking. Thank you? What is happening?
An understandable
warning.
reaction.
Still working on the voice, so take it with a grain of salt.
Sure.
So, after doing the dramatic teleport in front of Brooke and just slams the hexers in the face, they just look up slightly, not at Brooke, just, slightly at the dragon that they just hit back, and says, under their breath, "Forgive me, Overseer, but I must break our conditions." And I will not say anything further.
I think he think they broke more than his conditions. Might have broke his nose too.
That is a perfect moment to end. It's like an anime episode.
My character is just built to be an anime protagonist.
Also, I will say
It's great.
that inflection is good. I find it unique, and I find it to stand out. I like it.
I just apologize that there isn't more time, because I would love to do more. Sorry, Master, I have to go out just this once. Alright. I'm intrigued, but also exhausted. Yes. It's partially the reason we have to stop. I'm so sorry. People have to work and sleep and do other things.
It's okay.
I'm so
Though-
sorry.
So wait, hold on. I guess it's a kind of Karserus and Hydra. Do you guys have a little time, or you guys have to rush off too?
I have time.
Because if we have a little time, we could sort out a few more things post session.
Yes, I have a little time.
All right. But with that being said, I guess the important thing for those that are tired and need to rest because they're still sick, like Kyrio, I hope you feel all the way better soon, buddy. But let's do experience, I suppose, then.
Yes. Tucker, Brooke, and Ralph, all of y'all get 4 experience for putting up with me streamlining a great deal of stuff today. I'm sure I would have taken like 2 or 3 sessions more if I didn't.
Oh, it's quite fine. I think that was the most streamlined we've ever done in a while, but it works out.
Yes,
Yeah.
and a lot of it was travel that was probably going to be a ton of fluff and maybe a couple like nice roleplay roles, but there will be time for that next time.
On Dragon Balls.
Mystery Curlia gets 104 experience for waiting so long. You have been slamming the metal ball into the wall of the dragon path, waiting for your chance to shine for over a month.
I think it was several months.
It's been over 2 months.
Thank you for the patience.
It is
Like-
what it is.
Well, here's the thing, Kyrio. If you feel like Rash no longer describes your character, then I am okay with you changing it.
Ah.
In fact, I'm fairly okay with, like, character growth is a thing. It's not like natures are usually set in stone. So if you all feel like you have changed enough that your nature needs a change, like, let me know. I'm generally okay with it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm still quirky.
You are, and it's wonderful.
Pretty sure docile still applies to Tucker, too. He has been
I'll have to-
changing, but
I'll have to look and see if there's more fitting one, but it's still applicable for the most part. His more characterful moments tend to be pensive recently. This
It
is
is.
true.
that's fair.
This is true, and to be fair, there's been a lot of opportunity for introspection of late, and not enough opportunity to go, ooh, I'm gonna go punch it.
Oh, Hydra, what color do you want your HUD stuff to be? Everybody has a font color, if you notice.
Oh, preferably red, just because that's my favorite color. But if that's already taken, then I
It's
guess
not.
like a teal.
That is not taken.
Oh, sweet.
Red, okay. Yeah, I'm just sorting the side HUD as we conclude here, because I can easily do that. I'll just do like, oh, that's not it. Like that. No. Well, yeah, I guess that works. A little lighter. No, not too light. Just have to make sure it doesn't look like Tucker's pink, that's all. Okay. And, yeah, so, right, Mysterious Curlia gets 100 extra experience. I see that's been factored. Okay, good. Let's do this, right? I'm thinking let's close out the session with a proper video outro. And then after that, we can do all the nitty-gritty stuff for the extra stat stuff and setting that up. Sound good?
Works for me.
Works for me too.
Yeah, the tabletop simulator equivalent of doing some mining off camera.
But yes, I will conclude for the YouTube stream and the mainstream audience that there will be further statting. I'm going to get the HUD set on the side fixed up as well with that. And, well, yes, what an exciting development. A pretty cool dungeon we've entered into here, as well as a mysterious new character. So, you guys will have to come back in 2 weeks to see what happens next on session 93, which will happen... What day will that be? That'll be on the 26th, if all goes well. So, I hope you all enjoyed. You guys have any parting words before I outro?
Can't wait to have some fun.
Yeah.
Heck yeah! I'm excited to have this. Cause this, I didn't plan this at all, actually, but this.
I know. I thought it was a
lines
crazy
up really
coincidence.
This lines up really well. I just got this new typing, and now there's someone who can teach me how to use it. If they can stand to be around me, though.
Oh, I had plans already for training, Ralph. It's gonna be lovely.
But we'll see how we are after introductions.
This poor dragon does not know what hit it.
Well, I hope you all enjoyed the session. I think this is a lovely start back into Pokerole after taking a month off. I hope to see you again in 2 weeks, everybody, and I hope you all enjoyed.